All right, hi everybody. I had to end that other one because Carpio was having problems with, he couldn't hear me, so I had to redo it. So, and I'll eventually invite him down the road in this stream. Um, Before we get too crazy in this discussion, I got SMX Wing here and Nick. They're muted at the moment, but they'll be talking here and there. I figured I'd mention where I was with Godzilla. Because essentially what happened was, and I have them right here, this tape, this VHS tape. This was created I think in '94, but it was done in May of '94. And that tape is Godzilla versus the Sea Monster, King Ghidorah, and Son of Godzilla. But my brother, he was into it before I was. But then after he was into it, I started getting into it. I started watching it. And this was way before. This was way before I started watching anime. Because anime I didn't get into until like the end of junior high. So it was.
Bro.
Yo,
What you guys doing?
What's up, Zoro?
Not much. Who's that? What's that about guy?
That wasn't me.
oh, that was me. That was the music guy. Everybody knows the guy's on the song.
Oh, wow, Nick, damn.
Good stuff.
Man, that's crazy. I'm hoping no one hears that music. Copyright. Anyway,
So, what is this stream about? I'm sorry, I just
we're gonna talk about I'm gonna say old movies of the Godzilla and the newer one that's coming out.
Damn, I'm like the least knowledgeable person on earth.
At least not.
Yeah, I was wondering because I was like Zoro a Godzilla fan.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Godzilla.
Hey, it don't matter, man, because I haven't seen all 30 plus of those movies.
Like, the only Godzilla show I ever watched was the one with Godzuki. Back in the day, yo, the cartoon.
Oh,
Oh,
Cartoon is weak, yo.
It was fucking little Godzuki, man, hanging around. It was they tried to make it like all cutesy and shit. And it was terrible, man.
well, I'm glad I didn't really see much of the cartoons of Godzilla.
I want to see if I can find that opening.
Yeah, you never watched any other movies?
Well, maybe when I was younger, I watched the shitty American one.
oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. I put that into recesses of my mind.
I gotta take your Godzilla license.
Step up your game.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think I've seen all of them, but I've seen majority of them.
Oh, this is the one. Hold on, I found it. The intro to the show I used to watch. And this is in the 1970s, apparently, this was made.
Okay.
Link here. Bam. Let me play that.
Let's see this. Oh right, yeah. Yeah, now I know. Yeah, now what I'm talking. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Wow, it's crazy.
Oh, this is...
And Godzuki, yo. My dude.
Yeah.
Hey, what up?
That was a terrible
What's
character.
Yo, what's up, now?
So, now I can hear you, Banka.
Oh, you hear me now? Good.
Yeah, no.
This is straight up bad.
You're terrible. Hey man, it's made by Hanna-Barbera, so it couldn't be too bad.
Oh, hey, you know it's terrible if it's Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera.
Well, not all Hanna-Barbera.
Stop hitting on the Flintstones.
Yeah, I was gonna say depends on stuff. But
Even as a kid, I knew Godzuki was pretty terrible.
yeah, a lot of those Hanna-Barbera stuff.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
so have you guys seen who's the enemy of the new Godzilla movie? I haven't been keeping up with the trailers or anything.
Well,
Now, from what I understand, it's all I know is that we know the name and we've seen clips of it, but what we don't know is how many.
How many
Oh,
won?
okay.
That's the real question. Because
so it's a whole new
I saw
creature.
one of the clips where they had this fucking pterodactyl. It's not Rodon, right? It's another
no,
thing.
it's what I'm hoping is
What is it?
Looks like an
called
alien.
Mutos.
It's not Mothra.
No,
No.
it's
No.
called
People in the
Mutos.
comment section were saying something about H. Started with an H.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Mutos.
Well, I heard it's gonna be this new creature popping out.
Godzilla's ancestors or some shit.
You guys want to see it, or you guys just want to?
Well, I'm trying to keep out of the dark out of it.
All right, all right.
Trailers? You want to see trailers, man?
I only seen one
I've
trailer.
been,
Been along. It's not gonna spoil you.
You got to watch the newest one, man. It's the best one.
yeah, the newer
That's
one.
all I'm scared of.
No, I've only watched two.
Because sometimes when you used to watch movies and stuff, they usually show you everything. I'm really I'm really looking forward for that movie and see what happens.
I'm gonna
Like for example, I haven't seen the Amazing Spider-Man, but like I was turned off by because I saw so much trailers. Like they pretty much told me like the whole story.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I
We're
think
live. Damn, we're live. I didn't even know we're fucking live, man.
I just heard how
Yeah,
disappointing.
we are live.
Malachi is a ninja. But link the trailer, man. I want to see the trailer.
Alright, let's see if I can find it.
I'll see a snippet of it. I mean,
So
I got
then-
You gotta
really.
watch the whole thing,
Like-
man. This is.
So then, like this movie's gonna be more like Pacific Rim than like let's say like the first Godzilla. Like it's not gonna be Godzilla
Yeah,
against
it's gonna,
humans.
it's
It's
gonna,
gonna be monster versus monsters.
yeah, it's gonna feel
watch
like
the
that.
Did you X-Wing?
Well, I was gonna say humans have always been around in it. We just always caught in the middle.
Yeah. No, but I mean, well, for like most of the movies I saw, like back like of Godzilla, the old ones, it was always Godzilla against somebody else. Like,
Here,
Yeah.
watch the trailer, and you'll figure out the answer.
Yeah. 'Cause from what
nah,
I
I don't
heard,
want to watch trailers. Man.
yeah, on the newest one, it's supposed to be like a whole monster that's gonna come from space. So I'm like,
Still
there's been a
confused.
couple monsters that come from space, but I don't.
I'm still confused about Godzilla. And like, is he an anti-hero? Is he a villain? Is he a hero?
Most of his existence, he's been like
Maybe
an
close to
anti-hero.
an anti-hero.
Yeah, he's supposed to
Yeah,
be.
like on the first one, like he was like
He's straight up
an
villain.
enemy. He was a bad guy. Like he was straight up destroying like Tokyo. But like then afterward, like on the series, he was like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Like, what's his goal?
Best way to put it is like the world is like Godzilla is like the world's pimp, basically.
Yeah, it's 'cause like there's been several Godzillas. Like at one point Godzilla was like the defender of Earth, and then at one point he was just like straight up destroying like Tokyo. So like it depends which one you're asking for.
Yeah, and there's also at times where he's just like he's a person who just don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
Well, she.
I see.
All right, well, I'll see this trailer in a minute. Just looking at something else.
Walter White, man.
Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Walter White got to destroy Godzilla with that blue meth.
I still can't believe
That's
he's.
into his mouth. Kills him. But from the look of it, Godzilla is fighting other monsters. So wouldn't they like just like let Godzilla do his thing?
Oh,
You mean like destroy the world?
destroy the world.
Well, I mean, if he's taking out a fucking other monster that wants to destroy the world, then it might be.
That's why he's always been like an anti-hero.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Like the world's pimp. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah. So what do you think like about like the Japanese calling this Godzilla fat?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I mean, if you look at the other films, like if you look in the '70s, he was very skinny, but then you look at the '90s, he was kind of bigger. So, I mean,
Japanese are crazy.
I have no problems as long as it is not as bad as '98. As long as it's better than '98.
Fat, he's like fucking buff. He's buff.
Hey,
Yeah, he's buff. Yeah.
part of my ignorance, but like it's been like since 2000 since I saw like the '98 Godzilla film, but I don't remember being that bad. What was bad about it? I forgot. Like,
Well,
it's
the
been-
thing was that he didn't look like, he looked more like an iguana. That's number one. And the other thing was, he really didn't have the breath. It was just like invisible breath that he was shooting at people. So,
okay.
that was I think the bigger prongs of the movie. Plus, you had all the baby Godzillas walking around and shit, and I'm like, what?
That movie wasn't Godzilla. That's the problem.
That was it. It was.
Hey! Don't worry, man. There's a movie that of the actual Godzilla whooping his ass though. So
Yeah. That's the last. That was Final Wars.
Yeah, I was asking because like I only remember like the first half of it, like where they're going like back the backbone story of Godzilla, how he was like made and stuff. And I remember that was to me good, but I don't remember like the second part. Like I remember him going to like Golden, not what's called the New York Bridge and stuff.
Brooklyn Bridge.
So,
Yeah, and like I remember going to the city and stuff, but I don't remember much after that. Like that's what I was asking, and I don't want to go see it again. So.
Yeah.
yeah, I just saw the trailer, and yeah, more and more are still saying I think it's gonna be a pretty good movie. It looked like it's mostly set in the Asian, like a somewhere in an Asian country, where how we have like our military operas over there. Could be somewhere in Tokyo. Could be somewhere in Korea. Shit like that. The creature, it does look like it's Rodan or I think the same creature as Rodan. Because no, there was a kaiju creature that was like had its own series. But it probably could be that one.
I mean, what I've noticed from the trailers is there's a lot of Easter eggs in the trailers that I've noticed. Like there were certain points where you say to yourself, "Oh, this is referencing the old movies with certain creatures." So I was like, "Okay, that's good." I mean, I'm hoping is if this movie gets enough money, if they do a sequel and they tell Toho, "Listen, we want to try to do a few, not a lot. I'm not asking for every monster. A few of the Toho original monsters."
They got to add him in there.
Oh, I'm reading the comments on this trailer. They're saying it's not Rodan, it's Muto. They're saying that they don't have the rights to any other Japanese monsters other than Godzilla himself.
Okay.
Hopefully, if the movie does well, they'll be able to get more rights. For
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If they do that, then hey, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I can see that. So it's either a creature that they made or probably a low-budget creature that was already made, right?
It's a new one.
Okay, it's a new one.
I got the picture of it if you guys want to see it, but probably spoil it.
Look almost like Rodan.
I would like to see King Ghidorah, like
King Ghidorah, yeah.
yeah, Ghidorah, like with like there's so much amazing CGI now, so like I feel like he will look epic as fuck.
And reading all the comments, people are like, yeah, it's Rodan. Everyone's like, and then there's like 20 people correcting them. Like, no, not.
Yeah, that's why I say King Ghidorah.
Muto. I don't know either one. It is what it is. Yep. So yeah, I don't know who Muto is, but whatever.
Here, I'll put a link to the pic, and you guys don't have to click it if you don't want.
What the hell is that noise?
Wow, myself, I'm sorry.
It's so good.
But yeah, I mean that's what and if they do get the rights to the other monsters, I'm hoping for Rodan, Ghidorah, Mothra, and maybe some of the other complex monsters that he's fought in the past.
Gigan, man. Gigan.
Gigan would be amazing. They really
Gigan, yeah.
can only imagine what that would look like.
But Ghidorah or Ghidra, which way you want to call it.
Yeah.
I really do want to see Ghidorah.
And my brother's like telling me, like what if they did King Kong? Because they had King Kong. Peter Jackson did King Kong, and I'm like,
That thing is tiny.
Well, they got to make him a really big ape because this guy, American version of Godzilla is more bigger than the original.
Yeah, he is. So they're gonna have to make him very large and shit.
And Godzilla still win. Can't beat that atomic breath.
Ah. Lamar's in the comments. Wonderful. It's wonderful. He says, "Yo,
He's gonna go to the theaters with swag bucks. Be like, listen,
swag books."
I'm in.
Mm-hmm. You'll pay for that theater in that way. I was gonna say one thing I heard that was interesting. It said I think if that's first movie go well, they were thinking about maybe doing a Pacific Rim with the Godzilla thing.
Ah.
Think of that.
I don't see that.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't even see a sequel because this stuff's got a really big budget, and we want to see like big time monsters that I don't see ever being done.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's a pretty good movie for the start. How the production, it looks like everything's done pretty well. Like crap. The only way they probably won't see it's probably won't make another sequel if it doesn't meet their expectations. Because one thing I learned about when they do movies with Hollywood and stuff, especially if a movie does like sales here, because it's mostly working about our sales here, because they can usually make their money worldwide. If it doesn't like reach a certain point, they won't make another one.
Yeah,
We
that
gotta
is
like,
true.
so we have to like, appease our Japanese overlords before we can get rights to more movies.
Yes, we do.
Whoa, for that
They're already
movie,
mad, like, Azura's too fat, Jim.
After the
wait, I was
98,
gonna
they
talk
just
about that
roasted
when I showed that article that most of the Japanese fans think Godzilla's too fat, the new one.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck, man?
I
Unless
was
he's
like,
like, he's not morbidly obese. Like, what does it matter if he's a little fit?
Well, he is kind of bulky. He's kind of husky.
Bulky.
says the people who watch sumo wrestling.
Well, no, I was gonna say, big country always up on weight.
I like damn Americans and their fucking McDonald's.
I was gonna say their version of skinny is way too skinny.
They've had a fat Godzilla in the 90s. He was pretty fat.
I could say Son of Godzilla, yeah, and the kid was fat.
That's
It's not like he's gonna fall over from short breath and like pant and like, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be like us from Matsuri playing basketball. It's not gonna happen. He's not fat. I mean, I don't get why it matters. Like the design is such a stickler on the design. Like, Jesus, you want him to look exactly like the old Godzillas? Just repeat the same thing over and over again? Let's change it up a bit, man. Evolve.
Mhm. Well, shoot, I thought that newest one that came out looks like that Godzilla 2000 kind of one. That Godzilla 2000 kind of one.
oh yeah, that
More edgier, spikier,
definitely.
not like the rubber suit one.
Yeah. The rubber suit.
they're all rubber suits.
Yeah.
Well, the one that's playing in the newest one.
Well, yeah, not
Now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense why they'd be kind of like hesitant about us making the Godzilla movie. I mean, the last one obviously was not so great, and what we did with Dragon Ball
Ah, ah.
not forgive us so much.
What the fuck, man? Guy? What was the time?
Yeah, we kind of
Kind of destroyed that.
yeah. I would imagine their faith in our abilities to recreate their stuff
lost-
is not that high.
we lost all our Godzilla privileges.
Godzilla timeout.
But yeah, I mean, and I was saying before in the other one, I said, earlier on when I was like 8 years old, I would watch the films. It was from 8 years old to on from there.
All I want Hollywood to do is just do that. I want to see this like with this new film. Check that link. That's from the old movies. It's a gift.
It's a gift.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
That
that shit.
Oh, that.
I'd rather see him. I'd rather see Godzilla do that drop kick. Remember that video?
That's so
Yeah.
Him sliding and
it is funny is I just bought that movie like 2 days ago.
Want to show
But
that?
imagine a giant Godzilla doing that. That shit would be-
He's got his tail up, looks like a seahorse.
Yeah.
Funny seahorse tail. How does that even work? Like he's what?
I forgot they actually did explain that.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta realize like they made Godzilla like really goofy, like the Japanese ones.
No, there's a lot of parts. Like,
Fat.
I remember there was a
Goddamn
point where he was dancing.
yeah, he was. I was about to say
Yeah.
one where him dancing. He actually did. He actually does like one of like a wrestling move and shit.
Yeah, he
suplex.
he did a suplex on. I think it was.
I don't know if he does suplex. I know he does like a dive bomb and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And it's all my favorite creature too.
Who's up?
Ghidorah.
Look,
They
look at
actually fucked up Ghidorah a lot. like there was one. I think it was one movie where there's like 5 or 6 of the monsters fighting on one monster, fighting on Ghidorah.
Yeah, it was like
That
it was Mothra and who else? It was like another worm, no?
I think Mothra was in there too. Hold on.
Yeah.
He wasn't in there.
The spike here. I don't
followed by a
remember.
whale queefing.
Here's the Godzilla dance one.
All right, see if you can find the dropkick one.
Yeah, I found it. Put it right now.
Nelson
Dropkick one is hilarious. I mean, I remember when I first saw that movie. Too. What is he doing?
he said that.
We do it.
And when I was like a little kid too, when I saw the dropkick.
Got
I mean,
swag.
you have to really see that. I think that's the I think that's the most craziest one next to the flying one.
Mm.
Got swag, man.
Yeah, yes. This one says that the reason why Godzilla's obese is because of swag bucks. Lamar must have went to Godzilla. Hey, want a Diet Pepsi? Here.
Godzilla
And
versus
the rest is
SpongeBob.
history.
And the rest is history. Jesus.
The fuck is up with this thing?
What?
Godzilla. 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 But yeah. I don't know what I'm more excited for, this Godzilla movie or the X-Men movie.
Yeah, I know. It's
That was really good
maybe
too.
Well, I
is-
want that X-Men movie to be good. I want it so bad to be good, but I just think
I'm
it's not
only
gonna be.
skeptical about the Sentinels, but I got more faith for those two movies.
No, to me, it's like I think it's too overclocked. Like the cast, like there's too many people.
There are a lot of people.
Yeah, they are. And I
That's
heard
like
that
my-
certain people are going to be shown in there, or
Yeah.
the chief some of them they cut off, like
They
cut
have, like,
off.
the X-Men
Rogue.
from the past, X-Men from the future. You have, and everyone and their mothers in the X-Men. It's crazy, man.
I mean, they're trying to show some of the characters in there. That sucks. They don't do Gambit justice.
And honestly, I want to see just like a Magneto movie. I love the new actor for Magneto and the old one too, but like this one, like I just
Yeah,
think he
I
makes
like
it.
it too.
Yeah, he makes him like just a badass. I don't know.
I mean, if I, what you were saying, Zara?
I was saying he's awesome. That's all.
So there's the Dropkick. Have you seen it?
Huh?
There's the Dropkick link.
The what? Oh, the drop kick. Oh, let me see.
Oh yeah, Godfrey.
Let's screenshot that. If isn't working, go GIF, go. Like yes, GIF.
you dropped.
Yeah. I think that's Godzilla versus.
Just flying in the air, man. That's it.
Megalon. That was like in the 70s.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one with that creature called Jet Jagger. Yeah, with him.
Yeah.
the
He's
robot. Yeah.
this little tiny robot or doll that gets
Yeah, it
really
was just broken.
large.
Yeah, and shit. And that was a made-up character because they did like a like a fan thing. Like one of the kids won, and they put that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That's what.
Pretty damn lame.
I always liked Mecha Godzilla. I think it was cool.
That's my
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
They had a lot of Mecha Godzilla versions. They had the original.
Yeah.
And they would have the version later on that was made by the humans. Not the
Yeah.
There was like a metal
Yeah, because
version.
one was made by aliens, then the other one was human, and the third one was undersea. I don't remember, but I don't remember much else.
There were 3 versions of Mechagodzilla. 2 were by humans.
Oh man.
No, there's no, 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 just no.
What's up, Bunker?
Boy, he says the reason why Godzilla's so huge is because they're used for Neverworld as a template.
Oh damn.
For never
I am Yo Soy
No.
Switzerland. I am Switzerland.
Yes.
Nah,
Oh,
Like
Switzerland.
thoughts and reflections of Final 22 don't necessarily represent that. I was Zero Fan 124.
no, but like Godzilla's teeth are more straight than Fornero's, so.
God damn it.
Thank
Because I was like, yeah.
You know what pissed me off? They were trying to pass Fornero's as a Mexican. That dude ain't a Mexican. He's he's African American or Samoan, but he's not Mexican.
I thought it'd be because I think he's from the East Coast, so I thought it probably would have been Puerto Rican.
Okay, that's on their end. It's not on my end.
How does it matter?
Imagine if he was Italian, Zoro.
No, I was gonna say you forgot when you deal with the Hispanic community, don't call each one Mexican, don't call each one Salvadorian.
No, so Salvadorans are
Hmm.
really bad.
That's what I know.
Yeah.
Tell by their food. Mexican food is way better.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna lie. Puerto Rican food is actually really good. Like,
I
it's
never
just
had.
like it's just like I don't know if you had like comida veracruzana. Like it's just from like that area, so it's really good.
What about mofongo?
What the fuck?
I don't know. It's from a TV show. You wouldn't understand it.
Mexican and Italian are the best.
Well,
Yeah,
it's one thing. I just cooked some Mexican food.
Dude, I don't know how Italians do. Like, I'm a big guy, but like that 6 meal course was like killing me. Like on the second
you don't fuck around,
plate.
bro.
I
I
know,
had some of that taste, man.
Hmm.
What's
dude, but
six meal?
you know, this one was. I think I attacked it like wrong. Like when they served me the first plate, I didn't know there was gonna be 6 meals. So I went at that plate like that was the last one.
What they
Where,
gave you?
where did you eat this thing? What are you talking about?
Friend's house.
Oh,
Hmm.
I ain't never been to a friend's house. Who was Italian or something. I knew somebody who was at school, but he was more of a really dark skin.
Yeah. No, my friend's family owns an Olive Garden, so like they cook like a lot of Italian food.
Don't you know? I think I remember hearing Zorro say he doesn't like Olive Garden.
I was saying I was just trying to bait Sora, but he didn't say anything. So
I'm
like
not
no.
taking it, man. I'm not taking it. I knew this obvious bait. I'm
I
feeling
remember one
pretty
time
good right now.
in the comments, I was
No,
trying to
like my friend doesn't own an Olive Garden. He's
Yeah,
from
I
Italian, but
was
like
trying to
he's
convince Zorro how good the breadsticks are.
Olive Garden's
I was
like
gonna say the breadsticks and soup because I actually did went there in a long time ago. That's my second time being there, so it was like
who
okay,
goes who
that's
goes to
bad.
a restaurant and be like, okay, well their food's shit, but their bread, oh my god.
I don't think their food is shit though.
I'm about to say, but check this out. Who can fuck up bread though?
It is. That's the
How can you
thing.
fuck up bread?
I wouldn't say it's shit. It's just like fast food Italian. If that makes any sense.
mm,
Make any sense?
yeah. But
somewhat.
doesn't it offend you when people say I've had Italian and then you ask them what kind and they say Olive Garden?
Exactly. Yes, it does.
I feel that same way when with Taco Bell. Like that shit ain't
Yeah.
Mexican food. What the fuck?
Hey, but I'm sorry to say this now, but I don't want none. But a lot of people, and
Ignorant, man.
a lot of Hispanic people actually do eat Taco Bell.
Well,
Nah, nah.
it doesn't mean it's Mexican. It's good.
That's a
Yeah.
I
betrayal.
never see any self-respecting Italian go to Olive Garden. I'm sorry.
Same
Yeah,
for
but
Oh
Mexicans.
I
wow.
was
I
gonna
always
say
say white,
one thing is
middle-aged
maybe
families.
some
That's
people
what
will
we
learn how to
ask for,
cook it.
money.
I only
Some
know a
Italian
few
aroma.
Italian dishes.
The only reason you should eat like a Taco Bell is because like it's after you drank too much and you just want to have something in your stomach.
Or
Yeah,
if you're constipated and you just shit everything out.
Yeah, that's what's going by. Like
we had that type of issue.
It works well as a laxative.
it
That's
does.
weird.
Yeah.
Never had that type of issue. No.
Then you have a golden stomach, sir.
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, sir. I used to get a lot of crazy stuff.
Hmm.
You have a golden stomach. It's not about being Italian elitist. It's just about facts, Mayo fanboy 124.
Yeah, but okay, look,
Yeah.
you say it's not Italian. Okay, I give you that. But are you gonna say it's bad? Like it tastes bad? You don't like it at
No,
all?
no, I'll say it's Italian, but it's not good Italian.
Okay.
Oh wow.
It is Italian food. Like they're serving Italian food, but it's a fast food Italian restaurant essentially. That's all it is.
Well, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say you could have just said it's watered down.
No, well, watered down is the same thing. It's cheap Italian food, like mass produced. That's all it is.
Hmm.
You
I
know,
don't
for
know.
the family, eat our bread.
The breadsticks.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't even care. I don't even know I'm arguing.
I mean, it's the
No.
same thing with Domino's and Pizza Hut and
Hey, I
Oh,
like
at least Domino's and Pizza Hut don't like strut around thinking that they're quality Italian food.
Yeah.
They don't like come across like they don't think that they're hot shit. They know what they are.
Well,
All
it's
of them
one,
struts around like
Hey, have any of you tried
well, don't
Pizza
forget it's a
Hut's
one
thin
item.
crust? That shit's nice.
what is that?
Thin crust on Pizza Hut, that shit's nice.
Never had that.
I've never had pizza.
Pizza Hut's not
Never
bad.
had pizza? What the fuck?
Nah.
I don't like pizza
I like
and I had it like what the fuck?
Like I don't even. I think the only Pizza Hut there might be around me is probably New Jersey or Staten Island.
No,
Ah,
there's Pizza Huts all over Brooklyn, where I'm from.
Oh,
Really?
really? Because the weird
There's
thing is,
Pizza Huts and KFCs, like the combo.
there,
Pizza.
there's
Oh, right.
well, I ain't surprised
okay.
because
There's
they'll get
Pizza
that a
Hut
place
in
where you don't
Texas
deal with
that
a
should
lot
be
of
like on
food
fucking
like that.
here.
There's definitely some in Brooklyn, but I mean, I wouldn't go out of the way to get it. I mean, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. I think Pizza Hut's probably the best out of the fast food pizza.
Well, it's funny because I used to hate Domino's way back in the day in the early '90s, but I had some like later now in this year. Actually, been doing pretty good now. Finally,
Like
another that
Domino's
guy.
and Pizza Hut are fine when you're like drunk at 3 in the morning, you want to get something to eat. All right, why
Mhm.
not? Domino's, cool. It's fine. But Papa John's, man, fuck that place.
Ah, yeah, I don't like that either. I feel like that's cheap pizza to me. Like you ain't got nothing on it.
Like they have that commercial, that guy walking around like he's actually doing work, but he's not. He's
It's
just
that guy. It's that guy.
Dude,
Papa John ain't making pizzas, man. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Papa John ain't making fucking pizzas.
dude, they
I say,
opened this
man, you know how to make a pizza? So,
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
I mean, the only pizza that I think is
I'm
just
not
knock your socks
you can
off
make it
at is
by definition, but I could
Papa
make it.
John's has, what was it? The cheeseburger pizza? It's good.
Cheeseburger.
It's good.
Cheeseburger pizza.
It's good.
for some reason, I don't feel in the mood to eat
It
that.
has
even though
like
I would.
it has
Better
like special
ingredients.
sauce on it. It's really good.
no, like they opened like this pizzeria like by my house, and like they only sell like slices. They can sell you the whole like pizza, but that shit's unnecessary. Like like one slice is like 2 foot long.
Mm.
Well, that's cool.
Dude, it was disgusting as fuck because like I have this thing like where I clean the pizza if it's not thin crust. So like it literally like took me like 5 paper towels and like it didn't even clean it like halfway.
Oh, you talking about that fucking like that greasy ass pizza that be like?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I only had that one. I remember having something like that back when I was young.
Yeah, yeah, no, I didn't have it. So like I mean, I had it like a try, but I didn't eat it. It didn't feel right.
No, and I remember because I think this one dude he was talking about the stories back in his old childhood, but he was like way older than us. He used to talk about he had like that pizza where that fucking cheese was runny as hell and shit. Keep eating it, and it's like it wouldn't break apart. I'm like, I think I had that once.
Good time, good time.
Caprio got us talking about food now. And I
I
don't know
was curious. Y'all said you
No,
never.
yeah, we've been off topic a little bit with food.
Hey man, something that everyone can relate to.
Mm-hmm. Also, I was wondering. I'm curious because Zoro, I said, is there a lot of people who eat anchovies with the pizza over there?
Not a lot. Anchovies is more of a lesser desired topping.
Yeah, it is. It's salty as fish.
Yeah, I mean, I live in South Florida, so there's a lot of there's more of a Hispanic population here.
Yeah.
So I mean, you get more of like Hawaiian pizzas, ham and pineapple.
I take
That's a hot item.
Yeah, I mean, I had some of that like 3 weeks ago.
All right, it's good. It's good. But yeah, like not buffalo chicken. Chicken Alfredo pizzas, very good.
You know what? What I haven't had in a while that I want to get again is wings. I haven't had wings like full wings in a while.
Shoot, I can make my own buffalo wings at home.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. Like I never tried it that way, but I bet I can. Like it's not that hard.
Yeah, it really isn't. This really isn't. Shoot,
You can do.
I could tell you doing it by 2 or 3 different items or just one item. Certain hot sauce, I would tell
Can you bake them instead of fry them or no?
Huh?
Yeah, you can
Can you
bake them.
bake them?
Yeah, you can bake them. You can like boil them or boil the chicken inside with it, with the sauce.
Yeah.
But I do the boiling trick. It's more the faster, easier way, and it goes with it.
Oh, you boil it?
Yeah, with like this certain type of hot sauce. I get.
Oh, okay. That's
You
good.
don't saute them? Not saute, but pan fry them.
I used to. We used to.
You like cook it in the sauce on the pan. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay away from like fried foods and stuff.
Mm.
That's my weakness, man.
Well, if it's fried chicken, that's only.
I I love fried everything, man. You can fry anything.
Yeah.
I would have thought it was those breadsticks from Olive Garden, but
I'm sure those breadsticks are really good. I'm not gonna lie.
You
But
never even had him?
huh?
You never even had him?
Are you kidding me?
You've never had the breast
Well, I don't
stick?
know if it's a yes or no.
I would. First of all, I own an Italian restaurant. Why would I ever go to Olive Garden?
Hey, maybe
Wait,
one of your friends might bring you there.
so you're making all these claims about not liking it, and you haven't even had it?
I never said I never liked it. All I was saying is that the quality of their food is not good. And I know that because I know people that work there.
Uh,
And let me just say that there are some horror stories that I wish
I
not to
don't
show
know.
on a live stream.
I like how Sora got
Yeah,
offended
like calling
by
them
the
up.
mere fact that people thought he had like bread from Olive Garden.
Like, do I look like a fucking amateur?
I just thought you at least tried it if you were gonna say it wasn't, it was crappy.
Yeah,
Well, it is. It is crappy quality food. Like I said, I know people that work there. They use canned and frozen,
yeah,
stuff, and it's basically, just quickly dished out, mass produced style.
yeah, and you can tell like just by the way they look. Like for example, like I judged Taco Bell before even I tried it. Like those hard shell tacos. Go to Mexico, you will never find hard shell tacos.
Yeah, it's like saying
Yeah.
saying to him like, oh, you've never eaten Taco Bell. How do you know it's not good? What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh
How do
yeah,
I
you
know
talking
it's not
about hard
authentic?
shell tacos? Of course, that's a certain
No,
way.
no, I
people
said
make
not
it.
good, not
It's
authentic.
fast food. It's fast food food. Italian. It's not like high quality stuff. Anybody that knows anything about Italian food can tell you that.
Yeah, I think you're being unfair, Zoro. I really do.
Why am I being unfair?
No, but hey, I was gonna say,
You never
only
tried
one
it.
time.
That's
I was
kind
gonna
of
say
messed
one time.
up.
I think my family we actually did cook like one Italian dish. And
Listen,
yeah,
if anybody in the comment section works at Olive Garden and can tell me with a straight face that they use quality products, or then you can have a discussion with me.
no,
MSX Swing, the defender of Olive Garden.
I
no,
thought,
because
I
I was
thought,
gonna side with Zorro on this one because I was gonna say because the last time we cooked like I tried to make a really authentic Italian dish and it took so fucking long to craft and make and that's like fucking lasagna.
Have I gone to Olive Garden?
I
You know
wasn't
what I
denying
want?
the quality. I was just saying if it was good or not. I mean, if you never even tried it.
If it's not quality, then how can it be good?
Talking about Italian food, chicken Alfredo. I want some
You
chicken
just said
Alfredo.
that
Like,
Domino's was good.
Huh?
Didn't you say Domino's was good? And that's not,
I say it's
exactly.
good if you're drunk at 3 in the morning and you have no other options.
Damn, very
same
annoying.
thing, same thing for fucking Taco Bell. Like that's the only option. Like,
I was gonna say most of the stuff I just eat. I mean, I have to be drunk to eat it. Oh shit! Speaking of food, I see somebody has some pictures of the boiling crab.
ah, that's one restaurant I've been to that was really good. Jo-
Huh?
Manga, you froze.
Kind of cut off.
You prove my guy. Couldn't hear what he said.
Oh yeah, Joseph.
yeah, it was. They got so many different versions of lobster and crab and stuff.
Yeah, I would say if you're a big seafood lover and like all that type of stuff, you'll even beat Red Lobster. And I
Yeah.
already showed you that one place, the boiling crab. You have to be more a person that like eating catfish and shrimp and stuff like that.
Yeah, Manga. So when are you gonna do the transition from manga to comics? When are you gonna read the comics?
The comics? Oh man.
Yeah.
Because I think Ray was saying that. He was saying, oh, it would be interesting to see like Joe Ten or anyone else do reviews on comic books from a position of a.
Yeah, from manga to comics. Yeah.
I
No,
might.
like,
I mean,
and
I know my brother has a few comics that he bought when he went to Comic Con a few times, so I could read through them.
yeah, and like there's a like for example like I'm just like starting and I'm just going with Batman at the moment. Like it's really easy to find them and like they're not like that expensive. Like
Yeah.
a volume will cost you like 14 to 20 bucks depending on like the volume
Mm-hmm.
and like it tells you like complete story.
Yeah.
Which one you on right now?
I'm on Batman and Son and after that I'm probably gonna get Black and White the glove or something like that. That's the thing that folds.
Oh, okay.
Glove, Black and White, something like that. Because I want to like read it all the way like till the New 52 because like I have volumes from the New 52, but I haven't read them because I wanna like know what happens.
Hmm. I still haven't read New 52 yet.
No, it's really like I read Nightwing, Batwoman, and Batgirl, and they were really good.
Mm.
Oh, and Superman. Superman was good too. A lot better than I thought that it was gonna be.
Hmm. Yeah, well.
Yeah, sorry, give me a second.
So, fuck Olive Garden. And, yeah.
Hmm.
Since you're actually, I have you in the call now this time, X-Wing, man. What, Game of Thrones, man. What was your problem with 2 episodes ago, man?
Oh, you mean
Ooh.
the ending?
Well, yeah, as a lot of the book readers had a problem with most of the episode, from what I've seen, so I just want to know where they were coming from.
You're talking about the episode?
Yeah,
Not
Yeah,
the.
we're talking about the Ice King, whoever he is.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the thing with that is, I mean, it's hard to explain without spoiling to TV watchers why it was a
Yeah.
spoiler.
Okay, I was gonna say answer it like this. I don't know if you read Berserk, an example. I was gonna say, did they give like an example of the character's origin, kind of like the Skull Knight?
Mm, what?
Because we
Let
don't
me
know
see.
how he is right now.
It's like, okay, I don't have a problem with the episode or the scene that much, but I even said this in Larry's stream. I'm mad at myself for reading the spoiler that was in some article I read. And then we were debating whether knowing his name is a spoiler or not, and I was like, yes, it is a spoiler. I think I gave you a Vegapunk example. It's like you hear this guy's name peppered throughout all 4 books or 5 books, and then I see some dude on TV who's a White Walker, and then they say that he's that guy who's supposed to be dead. I mean, anytime anybody's supposed to be dead and they're not dead, I would think that's sort of a spoiler.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's true. That's true.
It's like
Yeah,
somebody
I
saying
can see.
Goldie Roger is back or something.
Next
Zombie Goldie Roger. Warriors got him.
Yeah. But the new episode was way better. It's back on track now.
That's good. That's good. Bonk, I'm having problems with your comment section. I can't like.
I know, me too. I was
Oh,
about to say that.
all right. Let me get to it.
No, Sam, like problems doing like.
What do you mean problems doing with what?
Like for some reason, for me, like I don't get. I can't like go from it says top comments and then go newest first.
Yeah.
It wouldn't give me the option to go newest first. I couldn't even see the comments in order. So it's retarded.
That's crazy. Never had that option.
Because I know what was it? Trying to think now. It was Bresboy. He told me that there's a way to have the comments on the side and not at the very bottom.
Right.
Oh, but I am glad, Zoro, that in your dreams you're at least semi-Stannis. I like that.
I'm telling you, Stannis is my
Hey,
dude.
hey,
Very good.
hey! I was for Stannis too, a little bit. I think he's gonna win.
Stannis, man. Yo, I mean, he has his problems. Don't get me wrong, but he's kind of level-headed. Like he's willing to listen to reason for the most part. So,
It's all about the house of Littlefinger.
huh?
It's all about the house of Littlefinger.
Oh, Baelish, man. We'll do Baelish. Chaos is like a ladder. We'll do it, man.
Man, you know it would be funny if the I forgot his name. The bald guy, he wins.
Varys?
Very.
Yes. Oh my God.
Like he was the one that's telling Littlefinger what to do.
No, I would shout out and say, yeah, if it was Hodor.
Eh,
The only person I see defeating Baelish at some point is Varys himself. The only person I can see beating him.
no, did anybody else get like them feelings when they saw Hodor getting attacked by the fucking Night Watch?
Oh, yeah, they was trying to beat him up like a pinata and shit.
Light
Yeah.
him up, man. Like, he's like, Hodor. I'm like, no,
My God.
not Hodor.
Not him. Well, he got them back because he came in
You got
No,
that.
as
it
an
wasn't-
Yeah.
technically it was brand, but
genie.
Yeah, dude, but what was up with like the brother, the other warlock, the other guy, not fucking what's not the Stark boy, but the other guy. Did he create fire, or was that just an illusion on his head?
Oh, that.
no,
Yeah,
that was
I thought it was his interpretive him dying. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think
Well, I don't think it was actual fire.
it might have been a representation of the barn burning because he saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Craster's Keep burning. So I
Yeah,
mean, that,
yeah, your view, yeah, it is possible.
yeah, we did talk about this yesterday.
I was gonna watch his stream, but it was too long. Like when I like to watch him live, you know.
No, I feel it. It's cool, man. Just now I know you don't care about my stream. It's cool. I thought you were myself. Cool sub, man. But I don't know.
I'm a George's up first, then yours.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Anyone but George, I know.
Not a
He was
surprise.
trolling you guys with those videos.
Oh man.
well,
Anyone?
George's video was on point. I liked the new one.
Yeah, George made a really good video. No, about the argument about people make about if you don't like it, you should stop watching it or reading it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's like a really
I
stupid
hate that
argument.
more than anything as a reviewer.
oh, I thought that was somebody else who probably just did that video. I didn't look at it yet.
Oh, George had the video.
Dude, like this Saturday was like free comic book day or something like that. It was the first time I went to like that shit like on my comic book store. Like I didn't even know like there was a comic book store before that shit. Like I go there, I see like this chick, like she was meh, but I was talking to her because she like got some manga volumes, Sailor Moon and shit. So I just started talking to her and shit, and then I asked her, "What other manga series do you read?" And she says, "I refer to," and I was like, I just stopped talking to her
Deal
like
breaker?
No,
at that point, like I was like, let's say like 5% away from like the register, and I just got in the back of the line. Like I missed something. I need to get it.
Well, yeah, that's funny because I went to that one place I was telling y'all I went to Book Off and got some of those Berserk volumes and stuff. There was that one like really y'all would have liked it like this cute black girl, but she like took like all like these like she's more into the comics.
Mm-hmm.
It took like the fucking Civil War shit from me, and she likes the She-Hulk and X-Men and that type of stuff.
She likes She-Hulk.
Yeah, there's a lot of girls who actually do like She-Hulk. Surprised a lot.
Which book off you go to?
I don't know if you're in from California. It's like the one in Lakewood or something.
Yeah, that's where I go to.
Oh yeah, 'cause we went there. We went there like last Saturday. No,
Oh,
not
yeah.
last Saturday. The last Saturday before that. It was me and my friend.
Yeah, I pick up I've been picking up the 20th Century Boys volumes there for like half off.
Yeah, I saw them there. I could have got those. I wanted the
You're the-
Vagabond, but the Vagabond ones were gone.
You're the jerk that's been buying the Berserk volumes.
No, I didn't. I only bought one actually.
Oh, okay.
There were some ones that were there that they looked good enough, and I could got them, but I was like, I wanted the ones that were unopened, so that's one of the ones I got, and the only one that was unopened was volume 3, and we already know what happens in volume 3 in the story.
No, like I have my original Monsters volumes, but I want to sell them just to get like the new ones.
Oh,
Like-
okay. The omnibus ones?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, because I saw you. I'm like, why you? Because you posting links like you.
I cannot wait for that.
no, like I've been selling like a lot of manga, like because I'm trying to get a job back because like I didn't get fired, but I quit like so I don't have a job for like the last 2 months, and I'm running out of money, and and I'm too old to be asking for money, so but
Yeah. Yeah, that's happened a lot.
Struggles real, man. Struggles real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 'cause I was looking at a thing about people getting fired off from states.
yeah, so hopefully my friend's gonna hook me up on Sears, but I don't like retail stores.
Understandable. Nobody don't want to work there. People who have been actually worked there.
It's not fun working in public service, whatever you want to call it.
Well, you're like you're like the son of the owner, but like you're like a waiter, no? Like I just can't feel like I could be a good waiter. Like I'd be slapping people, I'd be spitting on people's food. I've been
You
pushing a
know,
lot of
really.
shit.
I've wanted to do that, but you know
Toro.
the money's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah, no, like
I'd be more afraid of like if I fuck up or certain people try to get on me like, oh, you didn't do this right, do that right.
yeah.
I
No,
mean,
no,
you
like
learn, you make mistakes, but you learn.
Yeah.
no, but like I feel like sometimes just people need to be slapped, and like,
Damn, what was like I'm gonna
That's the
slap
quote of the year.
and
There
I
are
feel like
definitely small people that I want to slap, but
don't be
small people are just bitter, evil individuals. Like hate the world, hate their
don't
own.
so
you.
don't be
I would
hitting
say
up
a
on
lot.
every world.
I would say a lot of old people. Well, not a lot of old
No, there are
people.
some really, really nice old people, like some of the nicest
Oh
people
no, no, no,
in the world.
dude.
And
One of
then
my
there are the
weak,
other side of the coin with the
one of
evil.
my no, one of my weaknesses is like old people. Like I can't get mad at old people. Like they can be the meanest dicks and shit. Like I just can't get mad at old people.
I can't. I can't.
No,
Well, I'm
no.
starting to. This may be fucked up for me. I'm starting to be like, I don't care probably no more now. I'm like,
I know you're gonna die soon, but that doesn't mean you can be an asshole to everyone, right?
No, no, no. Like I just see like old people as defenseless. Like what are they? What can they do to you?
Useless.
Yeah, like I don't see them as a threat. Like
Well,
if
no,
it's
They're
someone,
not a physical threat, but they're damn annoying at times.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a guilt fetish. That might be it, but I don't know.
Boy,
I don't know how we got to there, but cool.
that,
That
the old
that
lady.
escalated
that escalated quickly.
That wow, that escalated quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to be analytical here. Trying to give some reasons.
Doro,
Yeah.
tell the truth. Have
Yeah.
you ever spit in anybody's food?
No, no,
Have you ever done something bad to somebody's food?
no.
Uh,
The parents' place.
Oh no, I gotta go. I gotta go. And have you ever seen somebody did that while you was working there and you didn't do nothing?
Not in my place, no. But
yeah,
I've
because like that's what I was thinking about Sora. Like he can't really do that shit because like that's his like family's like business. So
Like
he
that's
be
my
messing up.
family reputation on the line.
Yeah.
no, but I have friends that also work in a restaurant business that have done things. Like, you ever see the movie Waiting? Similar to that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll be putting my balls in some people's tortillas if I had the
Man,
chance.
God,
Damn, man.
fuck?
Can't be working with you.
Baltillas, man. Baltillas.
Don't. Oh, what the?
You don't
I'd
want to
never
get
go
me
to a restaurant where you work at.
yeah. You don't want to get me as a waiter if you're being a bitch to me. Like, no, you don't want. You don't want to know what happens to your
I don't
straw.
even care. Like,
If I was gonna
people
do
can be
something,
annoying and can be a shitty table, but as long as they tip, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I'd rather have an asshole table that tips well than a nice table that doesn't.
This is my rule on tipping. Right when I sit down, the tip starts at $2 and goes down.
Damn.
damn, man.
damn.
It's like,
That's some X-wing. Damn.
Motherfucker, yo.
That's how you know SM Wings is Mexican.
Like, I'm passive when it comes to that. Like, I was talking to a friend that worked at this restaurant in New York, and she's like, we were talking about tip percentage and what is like the norm for tips, and I'm like, at the very least, I think about 15. She's like, 15? That ain't nothing. I'm like, I mean, at the very least, it's like the bare minimum of acceptable.
15% or 15 bucks?
you by yourself, you do 15.
Percent,
Ah,
not
okay, okay. I was like 15 bucks.
percent,
You're
percent,
lucky if I give you 5.
percent
No,
of
no,
the,
I was about to say that, like 5 or maybe 7 or something.
Yeah.
I didn't,
it depends on the bill, though.
like a whole
Yeah,
thing.
no.
It depends on the
No,
bill.
it doesn't. It does not depend on the bill.
Because
Depends on the
yeah,
service.
because at least
Yeah,
I'll
the
miss
service too. The service too. If the waiter sucks, you have every right to not tip as well.
Nah, I'm talking shit, but I'm a good tipper. Like my parents like tell me that shit. Like
Yeah.
when you're in a restaurant, like a barber shop or anything like that, like I leave a good tip.
Funny you said a barber shop. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
there's no tips in the black barber.
Yeah, I do see him in the barbershop too. Tip.
No, there's some like places that do take tips.
I mean, if the guy's cutting your hair and you give him a good tip, chances are he's not gonna fuck up your hair next time.
Well,
Yeah,
check this out. You guys go to a barber or a salon?
barber and salon.
Barber.
Barber.
I go to a barber for my fade, but I go to a salon for my bang.
Funny, one time I only went to a salon was at my dad's. Well, it was like mostly Hispanic people, but they didn't know how to do my kind of hair. So, but that was nothing compared to the one that the story had in college. That was something else.
Look, if you're getting your hair cut, like cut with scissors, you wanna go to a salon. If you're just getting like a fade and stuff like that, go to a barber.
Yeah, barbers for the buzz.
Yeah.
How much do you tip a barber?
Uh, 5 is like if they're really good, and
Oh
2,
my
3 depends.
God.
I usually give like 3 or
Why?
4.
Why?
We don't tip in the barbershop.
I usually give like
Well,
$2, $3.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
about,
like
yeah.
yeah, that's the average. But like I say, like a really good person, I'll give you
Oh,
5.
really good
Like
person. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like
Oh,
yeah,
well,
like
how much your haircut? Like mine's around 18.
15.
15.
Damn.
Mine's like
My haircut
13.
would be 100.
13.
Did you get 13, man? Damn. Well, mine's 18. Fucking.
Well, dude, my friend, like he gets it for $8, and one time he got angry because they charged him 9. And he stopped going to that place. He found one for $7.
That's crazy.
I'm surprised you found something that cheap.
The thing is because they mess up his hair. You don't know like how bad this guy hair is messed up. Like he doesn't give a fuck. Like,
The best haircut I got was from a guy who was drunk.
Okay, tell us the story how you got from a guy who was drunk.
I sat down and guy was drunk. Slurring.
dude, my parents like. I remember this so vividly because it was traumatizing. I remember my parents like when I was like in kindergarten, like in Mexico, they took me to this barber guy. He was nowhere under 87. He was like older. He did my hair with a straight razor. I was never so scared in my life. Like that
I don't blame you. I've been hearing
Really,
stories like that.
really
Like,
fucking
they
shaking.
wear like a whole dude.
yeah, like
I once had a fucking barber absolutely cut my face up, dude. Like my hair was perfectly well fine, nice haircut, but I had cuts all over my face. I'm like, how the fuck did you do that?
dude.
Oh no, I had one of those ones where
The guy was shaking with the scissors as he's grabbing them. So I was like,
Yeah, I mean maybe the straight razor cut me, but I was like I was fucked up for a while. My friends made fun of me and shit. Damn.
no, that kind of a little bit happened to me, but it was like this old barber guy who's like around here, around this neighborhood, actually, once. And you know how they like line you up? He kind of fucked up
Yeah.
the line and like went straight off and just.
dude, I never a lady in the salon touch your beard. Like I've had it messing
No,
up.
that's what I
messing
said.
up,
I went to
messing it up.
actually, Hispanic people. My dad, because his hair's more different than mine.
Yeah.
His is more like a certain type of curly hair compared to mine. My dad. If you see my dad, he's way different how he looks. But yeah, I went to there, and you could tell they didn't do certain things with hair and stuff because that's when they start using with scissors and all those stuff, or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, because the one story I did want to talk about was the one at college, where it was like I don't know, it was just this thing. I didn't care, no problem doing it because there's like a barber or salon or I guess some course over at that
Yeah.
part of the campus.
Never go to there. Like
Yeah, they were doing like
college or high school.
that's why they were doing like free haircuts and stuff, and I came.
Yeah.
What we were doing my hair was that she skipped class during the black section of the hair, so she had to do.
Yeah, no, never go to like a college because like they always like knew, like they never learn. Like I remember like if I don't know you, like where I'm gonna like there's only 2 places where I go cut my hair. Like if I don't know you, you're a new face, you ain't cutting my hair till I see you've been cutting the hair like for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, usually when it's like somebody around who actually, usually go to barbers that know I do hair, and he's ain't had no problem with that.
Yeah, no.
Because the place I go to is on 86th Street, and it's all Italian guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Not that it is
Speak
vodka.
Italian.
What a move.
Italian. They're fluent in Italian, and they're Italian guys.
Hey,
Yeah,
dude,
man, the Olive Garden is amazing.
See? Thank you.
Oh, wow, Thomas is about to start something.
Obvious trolls, obvious.
Preach.
Nah, man, I'm not even fucking lying.
I can see Tom telling the truth on that one.
yeah. No, but I don't know if you guys remember when you were little because I don't remember like that's the last time I got it. Like when they used to do like that massage on your shoulders in the back, where they put like that machine that vibrated. I don't know if any of you got it. Like
I'm still curious about this massaging shoulder stuff.
yeah, no, it's like
Mexico, man.
yeah, no, it's
Did it
like
have the ending place?
Haircut?
no,
No, I
it's
was
not
gonna
that
say,
kind.
what kind of barber was doing that when you was a little kid?
No, like yeah, no, like this, like they did it to everybody, not just to me. Like they would put like I don't know what it's called.
Hashtag suspect.
Some shit,
Yeah,
like, some shit of like a vibrator on their hands.
Oh.
Like, hey,
Still ain't helping.
don't get dirty, don't get dirty, don't get dirty.
I used to
Get
go
dirty
to
just yet.
a barbershop and they gave me like a fucking like like Game Boy to play while they were getting my haircut. Pretty
Oh,
decent.
yeah, I just played. I just
That's a
played
rich place.
chess and shit, or watch TV or watch
That was
movies.
back in the day.
No, like they did this awesome massage like at the end, like it was badass.
Badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting happy endings when you were a kid, man. Fuck.
Hey, dude, like they open and close like this massage place at the mall, and like I didn't even know like they closed it, like it was open because it was only open like for so little time. But apparently they had happy endings there. That's why they closed it.
Oh man. In the
Where's
mall?
this at?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, right in the mall.
Because at my college, it just. I mean, the other thing, when I got my forklift operating, there's like a massage place over there too, like not too far from that school.
Yeah, and it was like this Chinese like place. I wish I could have gone.
Nice.
You got crazy stuff down there in Mexico, man.
No, it's here in Texas.
He from Mexico.
Yeah, no, like the barbershops. Yeah, that was in Mexico. But, like this thing, like this was in the mall, like right here in Texas.
Well, that's funny. I was gonna tell him that because you've got most families that are Hispanic always, come, go to Mexico as a trip. I was gonna ask you that why some people like do that because even though, you know how Mexico is.
Well, it's 'cause the thing is like, for example,
Most of the time just to see family.
it's really dangerous if you don't know anybody. Like if
Where,
you know
what part of
somebody,
Mexico are you from, man?
Tamaulipas.
Where?
Tamaulipas is like right bordering town like with Texas. That's why.
Oh, you're real close then.
Yeah,
I once,
that's
I
what
once, I once went from Los Angeles all the way to Zacatecas on a bus.
like, dude. Like,
Wait, I was gonna ask you that. Makes me. What city are you from?
What do you mean?
In
Yeah.
California.
Los Angeles. I'm right here in
Oh.
Pico Rivera.
Oh, Pico Rivera. Okay.
You guys should meet up one day.
Yeah, he's taking all my books away from Book Off.
Hey, I didn't do that, man. There's other people in there.
yeah, but Nick,
I
like
was
the thing is,
game.
like, I'm like 30 minutes from like Mexico right now. Like,
Yo, man, Olive Garden.
Aren't the breadsticks really good?
I'm fucking craving it right now.
See, this dude knows.
Like I
Zoro
said,
said you haven't even tried it, and he's judging
You're
it.
making me want to go there. Just saying.
if bread is your main selling point, then you're not doing something right.
I would bring up more, but you've never been there. It's like, how am I supposed to?
Yeah,
think-
eggplant
eaten diarrhea, but I
parmesan.
know diarrhea tastes bad.
Hey, you gotta put a bet on Zorro, man. You gotta make him eat the Olive Garden.
Eggplant
It is
parmesan.
I
That's
would never betray my heritage.
I mean,
You should know, Zorro. Majority of the Italian restaurants that are around my house are very good.
I'm sure. Because
Vesuvio's.
you're not Olive Garden.
I've been to like every type of restaurant except Italian.
Really?
I'm trying to think of.
History.
I'm trying to think of a type.
I don't think it's
No,
much.
I'm trying to think of a type of restaurant I've never been to.
dude, like there's this I don't know how to call it. There's like restaurant like I want to go to, but none of my friends want to go. It's like really sketchy. It looks like.
Oh, hey, you're
dirty.
blending in one. Don't worry. You do that.
Yeah, fuck you. No, it looks like unsanitized. Like it doesn't look like very clean.
Oh,
Yeah,
pretty much that.
but like I never had like airproof food, so I don't know.
Zoro,
Food.
Yeah.
They do food one.
what would you recommend a vegetarian in a Italian restaurant?
That's rough, man.
Yeah.
No pasta, no pasta.
breadsticks.
You have pasta?
Well, I'm just sick of it. That's why.
Yeah, he's all pasta out, man. He said,
I mean, Jesus, I don't know, dude.
You're a vegetarian.
Maybe a little pasta on the side. That's fine.
hey, man, you know what you got to advertise. I'm giving that Caesar salad.
Or you can have pasta on the side with tomato sauce on there. Like,
I mean, you can do spaghetti with marinara sauce. You can go baked ziti or pasta.
yeah,
but
baked ziti.
he said he doesn't want pasta, so
No,
maybe some.
I
pizza.
just don't want a lot of pasta.
I don't know, man. That's rough. Maybe a fish dish. I mean, you can get like tilapia, maybe.
Yeah. Like
Right,
probably an Italian restaurant probably wouldn't be like the right place to go if you're a vegetarian.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Certain places, even the soul.
There's some good fish dishes that we serve at our restaurant. Like we have a zuppa de pêche. Pretty damn.
Vegetarians, I mean, fish is meat.
Yeah.
Well, oh, it's true.
Go to sushi, please.
You're damn,
Tip,
you're
your
right.
tip just went down. Your tip just went down to $1.
Oh, fucking I've never served on a vegetarian, so I wouldn't know.
No, you gotta get your game up.
75 cents.
I mean, fuck, I don't know.
The fuck? What
Wait,
the
I'm
fuck?
curious.
If you want to
You
say
own a
fuck you,
restaurant?
Juanito.
God, how dare you?
Huh?
Wait.
I mean, like I said, it's pizza or pasta, pretty much, for options, dude.
Well,
Man.
you mean pasta or salad? That's the only thing if I eat.
Or you get salad too, yeah. There's some good salads.
Can I ask a question? Why does it say fuck you, Juanito there?
Huh?
Why does it say fuck you, Juanito there? Like on the chat.
Because fuck you.
I love you too.
Well, I was gonna ask you at the next week. I was gonna say, what was the lowest tip you ever gave? A quarter?
Huh?
Lowest tip? I've never gone. Well, actually, I've never given tips. There's sometimes I don't even leave tips.
No. You know what I like to do when like the waiter's at the dig? I just leave like 5 cents or a penny.
I gotta try that, man.
That is definitely worse than leaving no tip.
Yeah, that's right.
Most I did once was the thinking about 2000, you know.
I've done it several times.
There's nothing worse you can do than like leaving like 1 cent on a table.
I think my mom actually wrote something down on the thing.
I don't think anyone's ever done that to me though. Maybe I got that once, I don't remember, but
Oh yeah, now I remember that one time.
I've had people just like almost bail on the bill. I called them like, nah.
How?
Yeah.
That has to suck when they do that.
Well, it's rare. I mean, maybe once or twice. Maybe.
I did that shit one time. There was just no avoiding it.
Like, how bad was the food that made you want to do that?
I don't think it
No,
was bad.
I miscalculated my money.
I thought so. I thought it was.
Like I thought I had a 20, but in actuality I had a 10. And I was just with a bunch of my friends, and we ordered like some pizzas and shit. We didn't have money, so we just went up to the counter, and like one stayed behind to pay, and other people just ran away.
Damn. No, my sister had that problem.
A dining dash.
Made it.
The struggle is real.
Hey Ricky, have you played your game or no?
What happened?
Have you played the game that you were gonna play, Skyrim or Bioshock?
Not yet because I've been busy with stuff, but I'm probably gonna start Bioshock first because I guess Skyrim is hundreds and hundreds of hours.
Like, yeah, it's like Bioshock took me around, I would say, 8 hours to beat.
I thought you said you already started on it a bit.
Sorry.
Really, only 8 hours? Damn.
Yeah, it's like it didn't take me that long to beat the game.
Yeah, but did you do all the
other
like explore the world and stuff?
It's like I didn't really collect a lot of the audio tapes in the game.
But the end's amazing on Bioshock, the Infinite.
I fucking hate the audio tapes.
I like them.
I can't focus when I'm fucking shooting guys.
Yeah, it's like they got distracted really bad, especially how at times the game's story would cut over the audio tapes, like they would cut over each other.
Oh, and if you're talking about Infinite, I can see that more.
Yeah, that happened a lot in Bioshock Infinite.
I still like the first game over Infinite. You know, really like Infinite.
Same here.
Yeah, I never played the first two Bioshocks, but is it true? It's just like it's basically the same thing, but just different like universes, or no?
No.
No. Second one's a sequel to the first one.
It's.
A sequel, but
I don't mind really giving it away, like how they're connected.
Yeah, it's gonna spoil it.
Yes, like it's a major spoiler.
Well, the game is like
sorry.
2 years old. Bioshock 1 is one of the best games I've ever played. It's just fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
I don't have a PS3, so I never got to play Twisted Metal, but I wanted to play that shit so bad.
I heard that was pretty bad.
I heard it wasn't that good.
Dude, I was a fan of Twisted Metal since PS1. Like I loved that game a lot.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say if you're a big fan of the fans of Twisted Metal, yeah, I heard that one was just disappointing.
Axel was my shit.
Yeah, you're probably the only person on
Yeah,
this
you,
planet.
you probably don't want to play that. I saw all this stuff myself. I'm thinking, damn.
Hey,
Hmm.
if anybody can appreciate what I'm trying to say here, you think Olive Garden is good, right?
What?
You think Olive Garden is good,
Yo,
right?
that shit.
I had some enjoyment. I'll say
I
that.
mean, get this shit in my face.
I've been there, what, maybe 2 times?
It's good food, right?
It's alright. It's alright, but I can't compare it because I've never had like authentic Italian food, so I
You,
can't.
you like the
Well,
fucking breadsticks though.
Like if you don't know any better, which I mean most people don't know. No, I mean that in hold on. I don't mean that in a condescending way, because most motherfuckers will go out into different Italian restaurants and like try. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of most people don't do that. Like you would think that Olive Garden's fine, but to anybody who knows anything about what makes good food for Italian food anyway, you would know that there's obviously there's a difference. There's a difference.
I can understand an argument.
Olive Garden's amazing.
I've never had authentic Italian food, so. But I do like Olive Garden. Like their fettuccine alfredo is pretty better than what I can make at home.
Yeah, I think
like
Olive Garden represents Italian cuisine really good.
I'm gonna murder somebody right now.
There you go.
No, I mean like it's like I can understand where Zora's coming from one being Italian and his family running an Italian restaurant, and I guess they make authentic food, so I can understand. But you know,
like Caprio is Mexican, right?
Yeah, I'm Mexican.
And then you go to Taco Bell, don't you?
Yeah, only when I'm drunk. Like I need
Wow.
something like just to hold me down, like on the stomach.
Wow, that's racist, bro.
Look, Taco
But,
Bell is
no,
like
it is-
the
it is
shadiest
similar
Mexican
to
food you
hers.
ever
Well,
have.
I wouldn't say Olive Garden is like Taco Bell.
Actually, you know what? I have to agree with Carpio. I mean, because I've been when you eat like a burrito at Taco Bell and you compare it to like something at a different Mexican restaurant.
I mean, like, didn't Taco Bell like a couple
Majorly
months ago? Didn't Taco Bell a couple months ago admit that most of their beef isn't actually beef? Like, they don't know what it is. Unidentifiable meat.
Well, actually, they found out what it was, but which I wasn't surprised. They already knew what it was. It basically they actually had some meat in there, but it's mixed with soy.
Yeah.
Also,
That's not bad. That's not that bad. Then. I mean, basically, though, I mean, I know how they cook
Actually, it makes it a lot better than if you feel about the whole terms of safe.
Yeah, I eat soy all the time.
So it's always been like a weird thing like that.
Hey, what made you vegetarian, fucking Thomas?
Oh yeah, well fuck you. Don't talk to me that way.
No. Fuck you. What made you vegetarian? I'm asking.
Nah, fuck
No,
you.
I already asked him.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Hey,
Was it a
don't.
bad piece of meat?
Oh God.
Actually,
Well, it's funny, I actually had a fight with a girl right now on the.
it's funny. I'm actually
Something like that.
I'm a meatitarian. I only eat meat.
a meatitarian.
Like, food,
Vegetarian?
nothing's off limits. Food.
I don't fucks with vegetables. Fuck that.
No,
That does
dude.
not-
You,
that
you
does
gonna
not-
die, bro. You gonna die,
That-
bro.
That
Sorry,
does
like,
not sound
no, I think
healthy
we-
at all.
Sorry, like I ain't gonna lie, like I just started
Yeah,
fucking with like a lot of vegetables as of late. Like I did I did 8 vegetables before, but like right now I'm eating salads and shit. They're really good. I thought I just
Oh, yeah, man.
let
No,
me give them a chance.
I know what salads taste like, but I'm just not a fan.
You just gotta make it right. You just gotta make it right.
I'd rather eat chicken or steak. Man.
Spinach salads, they're really good.
I don't
Yeah, we
eat
didn't
what my
talk
food
about
eats.
this world too soon, so.
I'm sorry, man. That was the way I am. I'm a carnivore. Man.
Chicken is the greatest
I'm
meat
a
ever.
big, yeah, I'm a big carnivore, but yeah, but I eat all.
Chicken is the greatest meat ever.
Hey man, we're omnivores.
I say the pig.
Especially when it's fried. And you have
I like grilled chicken too. Grilled chicken's good too.
Yeah, but I actually, yeah, I don't actually. I love me some like grilled barbecue chicken.
yeah.
I'm probably the only one, but I don't like fried chicken.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it. Never been a fan of it.
Come to my house, Juan, you'll change your mind.
One, I must say that's a fucking blasphemy.
I thought you were vegetarian. I thought you
I know,
were.
but even for a vegetarian, that's fucking.
You're being false. Why are you backpedaling?
All right, Tom. So it's like, is your vegetarianism so like powerful that if you would like to go to a restaurant and get some fries and find out that those fries were dipped in the same oil that they fried chicken in, would you be mad?
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
I know where you're going.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing,
But
Rick.
No, there are some
they don't
vegetarians
usually
that
do that.
Yeah, I remember
They
that.
do.
They were talking about when the
That's
McDonald's
actually a
thing.
legitimate. Like,
People got
some
mad.
vegetarians actually get really pissed about that.
Yeah, in like big restaurants, I don't think they would do that. But like in small restaurants, like in my school, one time I went to order fries, and then I saw them putting chicken nuggets,
Oh yeah,
trying to
definitely.
fry
Yeah,
them in the same oil. So I'm like, fuck that! I just threw them in the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, any restaurant, any like McDonald's, Burger King, or anything like that, you're gonna get the same oil.
Yeah.
Well, usually you're supposed to deal with certain oils that you can do that, but
Yeah.
care
And
about.
even like McDonald's or Burger King, you're not supposed to like cross-contaminate,
Yeah, well, yeah, certain things
with-
you ain't supposed to cross-contaminate with certain oils. Yeah.
but they still
there's
fucking do it.
There's one or two fries that are strictly for the like chicken tenders and stuff.
Like chicken. Chicken's one good example.
And
You
there's
don't cross
three
like
layers
that.
usually, like, yeah. Because even when I was a teen, I worked at Carl's Jr.'s. There were 3 fries that were for onion rings, fries, and stuff like that, and then there were 2 that were just designated for all the chicken stuff.
Chicken is way something you definitely don't cross with others.
Yeah, you gotta separate the oils. Man. You can't-
Dude, Carl's Jr. and Wendy's burgers, like they're no joke. Like they're big as fuck.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And these burgers are great. They're the best fast food
Dude,
burgers.
like whenever me and my friend go like Wendy's and shit, like I tell him like I feel like I just lost like days of my life just eating one burger.
Yeah.
Like
I can't fuck with Wendy's.
Why
No,
not?
you don't like Wendy's
I
burger?
only fuck with
My mom passed away. That's where my mom passed away at. She was locked in the bathroom.
Ha.
sorry,
Ever since that, me or any one of us could never eat Wendy's again.
sorry, man.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I didn't know about
I mean,
that.
it was a long ass
Yeah.
time ago, but I still can't
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna make this into a joke to be happy, but I was gonna say, yeah, Rick got rivals with Wendy's.
You had to go there. You really had to go there.
What?
Nick,
Nick, that was a bad
just
joke.
exit right now.
Yeah,
Let's just like fucking Men in Black, like time erase our minds right now. Yeah, poof, it's gone. It's gone.
It's better if you don't. It's better if you don't. do that, right?
All this stuff's over.
Let's just ignore it and start over. Fuck it.
well, kinda, yeah.
So Nick, what are your thoughts on barbers?
Reset their universe.
How about those
Yeah, we have to really reset the universe after that joke.
like on some flash fucking?
Hey, no, but I have a question. Have any of you guys heard of Mean? Like, I was worried about the guy. Like, he hasn't made a video since he's back from over.
Oh, he's there. He
Commented on my video today.
was in the
I think
car.
like Ben got stabbed or something.
No, he did not
Sir.
get stabbed. I saw him. He was in
You
the
guys
car.
don't gotta worry about Min, man. He's always ready to go.
Yeah, he's always been okay, even though he has like one of the famous parts.
Sir, like, how am I supposed to?
Sorry. What was that?
No, I was like, how was I supposed to know who commented on your video? I told you, I don't watch your videos.
Oh, I
Only
know you
yours.
don't watch my videos. Man.
Only yours.
Like Mean only does big 3 chapters and
Yeah.
Walking Dead. I mean, and then he's doing the Walking Dead issues.
Yeah,
But that's
I
all he
only
really does right now. I don't think he's doing any seasonal animes.
No.
I only watch the George's and Cole's videos.
George,
The ones he did.
Oh,
That was a good. He made a lot of good points in that video you uploaded today.
I rape people, man. Oh,
Talking man.
Gobi, man.
Talking man.
I still have to do the Zora George rape scene
Oh,
from
God.
Berserk.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's gonna be.
One worse than the Hoover and Hoover.
I rape, man.
He still looks like a vampire, but he made a good video today.
Hey Ricky, I don't know if you made a video, but like, what are your thoughts on the new Gotham? Have you seen the trailer or no?
I commented on the thing. I think it looks really cool. I think it looks really
Okay. I didn't see it.
I was actually surprised how good it looks. I'm really interested in it.
Yeah, but I didn't like it.
Even
Like,
it's from a non-comic books perspective, I'm interested
yeah.
in it.
No, but like, you know what I didn't like? It was like, I don't know if you got the vibe, but I got the vibe like it's supposed to be destiny that brought like all those young people together at the end.
I mean, that's a possibility that they might. But all right, here for probably, I guess this would be Caprio and Tom. If it looks to me like the plot of the season will be Jim trying to find out who killed Bruce's parents.
Yeah.
If that's a true trace, will that fuck up continuity with the comics?
No.
No? Do they ever actually find out who actually did it?
I don't remember, to be honest, but like.
When it comes to animation,
Because like on Batman and Son they did, but I don't know like other comics. Like I just started reading Batman.
Oh, you talking
so
about
if Jim's the one that finds out who did it, is that onto the comics?
On Batman and Son it was Batman, I think.
Yeah, but the shows can take more liberties with changing things.
Oh yeah.
Like it's okay if they change it. Like nobody's gonna. I don't think it'll.
Like yeah, it's like. Yeah, it's fine.
There'll be some people who bitch. There'll be people who bitch about it.
Oh yeah, there definitely will.
I don't want them to fuck up with the Flash. Like I don't know like how they're gonna do it.
Well, what I really like about it though is that it made itself set apart from. It doesn't look like Smallville. It doesn't look like Arrow. It looks like a real like crime drama. And
Like
I like the fact they're going that route.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a detective show in the Batman universe.
Yeah, but that's also because like Gotham, like just the city of Gotham has like a completely different vibe from Metropolis or Smallville.
Yeah, also like one aspect that's important to the Gotham City Police is the fact that they are corrupt as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking the main antagonist force will probably be the mob, a mob kind of entity.
Like the Falcone family.
That's what I was gonna go at.
But I think the Penguin is actually going to be like the Penguin in the show. Like he's actually going to be like a criminal or something like that.
Okay,
the Penguin's always been like a criminal.
Yeah, the Penguin's always been like a criminal, like a gangster.
Thomas.
Like the gangster in Gotham City I know of is.
If you think about it, Batman's got the easiest villains to fuck up. Like the Penguin, what the fuck does the Penguin got, man? Like they shot with bullets.
Well,
the Penguin's supposed to be a mob boss, like.
Yeah.
I know, but it's fucking Batman. Superman's fighting Darkseid. This motherfucker's fighting the fucking Penguin.
Some smart.
Okay, the killer's name was Joe Chill, and originally Batman found out who he really was, that he killed his parents. And then his boss found out that he was responsible for Batman's creation, and they shot him.
Give me a second.
I
was just reading it today, so it was like what I was talking about.
And there's a lot of like different versions to him.
Yeah.
Like
I remember like,
but that's the original version. Like
on the old Batman movie, the first one where Jack Nicholson was the one that killed Batman.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Oh yeah, because in the original Tim Burton movie, they made it to where it was the Joker before he became the Joker that killed.
Yeah, even though the Joker's not even that old.
And then in the Nolan trilogy, he didn't do it, but they reference Ra's al Ghul actually having something to do with his parents being killed.
Oh really? No, I don't think so.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, I think it was just.
Yeah, because like he said something. Oh, when he meets Ra's al Ghul again in Gotham in that one scene in the ballroom scene.
Yeah, I remember.
He talks about how Gotham has to always reset. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that.
And his parents were doing too much good work.
Rick, it's Ra's al Ghul, not Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, the Nolan films actually butchered the pronunciation of his name.
Well, hey.
Well, my bad. Don't hurt me, please. But even the animated series, it says Ra's al Ghul.
Actually,
Rick,
no.
They fuck it up.
Rick, I don't know if you can see the screen, but like, here's the guy that killed Batman's parents.
Same.
Ra's al Ghul. Okay, Ra's al Ghul.
It's hard to say it the right way.
I usually pronounce it Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, it's Raish.
Raish?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
That was the ASH, but okay, Ra's al Ghul.
I call him Argul.
I call him wrong.
I really hope that show like really takes the detective route. Like, have you ever seen The Killing, The Following?
Yeah.
Those are really good detective shows. I hope it's like that.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering.
Honestly, it looks like it is.
Well, I was going to ask you this: what company, what network owns it?
Fox.
I can see Fox kind of doing it, but I can see why they got it. I mean, if it was like a different web network, I would like to see them do it.
What sucks about Fox is that they cancel a shit ton of shit.
Yeah, it's like people have been making jokes on how Fox will not only cancel the show, but before they do, they'll air all the episodes out of order.
Yeah, like Almost Human.
Hey,
I like that show.
I heard Firefly was they got a lot of backlash for that.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question. Like, I know, like, they're like on different networks and everything, but like, and there's like on different timelines. But like, can they combine Gotham with Arrow and the Flash now?
No.
I know like they're different timelines.
Actually, I wonder if it's going to hinder the show because
can they make a reference
to something? The DC shows are on CW is because CW is a branch of of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So it is actually really weird that Fox is getting this when Warner Brothers owns DC pretty much.
Like hell, I think the reason why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s on ABC is because Disney owns ABC.
Yeah, they do.
That's probably why too.
Yeah.
I actually forgot that Disney owns NBC.
It's slacking.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, Ricky, you were asking me why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I was just saying we had. Honestly, I don't think it's the greatest thing either. Recently, it's been pretty damn good, but I just want to see if you had an intelligent response.
No, yeah, like I only watched like 3 episodes and like they were like not to my liking. Like they didn't like pique my interest like on the list. So I just dropped it.
Until the last, I would say 5 or 6 episodes, it was matter meh.
Like I heard like Winter Soldier made Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. actually really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a couple episodes before then that were really good though too. Like the episode that follows Thor: Dark World, and the episode with Sith that was really good.
Yeah, like once when probably summer starts, I'll go and check out both Arrow and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, don't watch Agents, please.
I haven't watched it in a while.
Watch Arrow. Arrow's really good. And
yeah, I've heard some really good things about Arrow.
And another show that you should watch that a lot of people don't watch is Vikings. Watch that shit.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna marathon Vikings and I'm gonna marathon Arrow.
That shit's so good.
Yeah, Vikings is good.
Do you guys watch what's it called, House of Cards?
Yeah, that's fucking good.
Okay, the dude, like the main character, right now he's on like some House of Cards shit because like right now what he is like, he's like some top shit.
Yeah, you should watch it because you're into that shit.
What?
Like Game of Thrones and like that world.
House of Cards?
Vikings.
They were trying to read Kingdom off Manga Fox, and he got the message that this series has been removed because it's been licensed.
What series?
Yeah, don't
Kingdom.
Yeah, that's why
I put a screen cap in the J room about that.
No, it's just some site that happens all the time with Manga.
It's like you can't read the big you can't read the big free on manga here anymore because of that.
Yeah.
You don't read Kingdom on Manga Fox anyway. It's like what the fuck?
No, I used to read it on there.
I thought maybe when like a piece of good news for you. My bad.
That's cool.
No, there's been manga that had never been released in the U.S. I've got
misunderstanding. Like when I first saw that, when I was reading, like I forget what series I first saw that for. I'm like, what does that mean? I was confused.
You saw it?
No. I saw the post in the.
Yeah.
Like, there's actually been times, that doesn't mean it's been licensed in the U.S., because there's been times where it's been pulled and yet we never got the manga over here. Like, I remember at one time for Manga Fox, Beelzebub got pulled, like, that was a couple years ago, and we never got the manga over in the States.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that's been licensed in the U.S.
It just means they got caught and, they couldn't go no.
Yeah, like copyright strike.
Yeah, because they had that one.
The series is popular enough where they don't want to show it on certain sites. Like you fucking said, we got you, bro.
Are any of you guys up to date with Arrow now?
What?
I am.
No, I'm not.
I haven't started yet.
Would you guys mind a spoiler or no?
Yes, I would.
I'll probably forget about it later. So I know like hella Batman villains are on this season.
Yeah, I know like a good portion of the films are Batman ones.
Yeah. Like my question was like, who do you think is gonna come help Arrow? Because like right now he's like on a.
Isn't Nightwing supposed to come in?
That's the thing. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be Nightwing because I was thinking it was gonna be the Suicide Squad and who else? Because like there's a lot of people right now. And Marilyn might help him, but I'm not even sure.
Yo, fuck, man. Fucking.
Probably not very well.
Hey, dude's badass.
I used to watch Attack on the Show,
Same.
And-
Yeah, I used to watch that as
Oh,
well.
right, yeah.
and he used to be the host for a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
And he used
never
to act like so flamboyant because he is gay after all, but no offense. But every time I look at him on the era, all I think is like him, being flamboyant, just like
and
Wait,
Throws
wait,
me
Kevin
off.
Ferrer? Kevin Ferrer? Are you talking about Tom, or after he left?
what?
Who
Are
we
you
talking
talking
about?
about the show? Are you talking about after Kevin left? Kevin Ferrer left?
Yeah, and like
Huh.
the Candace
Kevin-
took over.
I stopped watching Attack on the Show when Kevin left.
Remember when
Mhm.
Candace took over? I don't know if you watched that.
Oh,
I don't even know
yeah,
what
yeah, I'm watching Coach. Yeah,
And basically, they used to get like a lot of different hosts throughout the show.
yeah. Until
Wait.
G4.
So who are the ones with the two people that always stay together in Attack of the Show?
Well, Kevin was the the host for a majority of the show.
Olivia,
He was-
Olivia Munn and Kevin.
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah, they were the hosts for years.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys hear that? Apparently, I think Guillermo's gonna be writing or directing a Hulk movie.
that's something you don't know every day.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
I didn't hear that.
He's doing the Justice League Dark too.
But I don't even know once they release it because I've been waiting for months, like a year already.
If you guys don't know, Justice League Dark, Constantine is like the leader of it.
No, but I want to see how they do Deadman because
You mean John
it's
Constantine?
complicated as fuck.
They actually mentioned Deadman in the Arrow.
Did they? I don't remember.
Yeah. It's very subtle, but you gotta Google like the place.
The name-
Merlin mentions the place where he met like Deadman.
Oh no, because like I got the vibe. What's it called? When they named him, like the guy, the ones that were helping Felicity with the fucking cure.
Yeah.
One of the guys, the guy is gonna become fucking Vibe. I think that's his name.
Vibe?
I
Fuck.
think that's his name. Like I forgot his name. Like he's so like I never like even seen him like on a cartoon or anything like that.
Oh, he looks fucking stupid.
Yeah, and the other chick is supposed to be this ice chick. I forgot her name. Frostbite? No. I forgot her name. But like, she's supposed to be that chick too.
Hey Tom, you said it was Kevin that was in Green Arrow.
No,
Kevin?
his name is Merlin.
Merlin.
Oh, that's the guy. Oh, that's the guy's name that was from Attack of the Show.
No,
Oh, the
that's
guy from Back on the Show was. Oh, I don't know the guy he's referring to.
he was on Doctor Who.
Oh, so Kevin Rose was in Doctor Who. No, I'm talking about these.
I'm looking right now. That's a
Yeah.
probably recognize him.
You're talking about the first guy who came in to attack the show.
Okay,
He's
I have a question.
he's fucking funny though.
Do you guys think like they can introduce Nightwing without like giving him like a background story of like of the Batman and shit? Because like he's gonna get a TV show, no?
Nightwing?
Yeah, I think so, no?
I heard nothing about that. I know the other TV show besides
That
Gotham.
would be awesome, though.
The only other TV show I know.
Gotham is like on the past, so like there's no Nightwing there.
I remember talking to Ray though. I think they could do a Nightwing movie without him introducing a Batman.
What they can do is like what they did with Flash. You know, he made an appearance for one episode and then.
Yeah, but like
his own spin-off series.
yeah, but like the thing is like they haven't.
Introducing him though would be tricky that way because you
They
do
need to-
like at some point you do have to reference his past with Batman.
Yeah, that's why like
And
you have to name.
I don't think that's a good idea to introduce because then you have to at some point introduce Batman to Arrow's universe, and I think if Batman shows up in Arrow, that's going to definitely overshadow Arrow as a character.
They're definitely not ready to do Batman yet.
You know, it'd be cool if they did like a Batman TV show with John Hamm. Like he's like a really good actor. That I would love to see as Batman.
I want to see Joseph Gordon-Levitt do a Nightwing movie. That's what I want to see.
Nah, he's too well. At least to me, he doesn't have the body type.
he'll be okay.
I can't think of
He
an
makes
actress right
solid
now. Just
Nightwing.
He's gonna be the Asian Batman, Nightwing.
damn, what you mean, bro?
I saw the fan made pics with him in the Nightwing suit. He
Yeah,
looked badass.
I got
Yeah.
one of them on my computer.
No, I'm gonna say that was kind of wrong because you know what happens to the Asian Batman.
Oh, Nezima. From my understanding, what Larry told me is actually Dark Knight Rises is based off the Tale of Two Cities, a storyline in Batman. So and then Dark Knight is actually based off vaguely off some. So there is some groundness with the comics.
Like yeah, like I
But they do take a lot of liberty.
I recently got the Long Halloween, and one of the top, and there was literally a quote
Yeah, I
from
think that's the one that the Dark Knight is based off of.
Yeah, it's like there's a quote from Christopher Nolan on it. It says, "The Long Halloween isn't just a comic; it's an epic tragedy."
Yeah, Larry was telling me though that there is some comic book
Dude.
connections to the Nolan.
Like yeah, it's like Dark Knight Rises took inspiration from Nightfall and No Man's Land.
Fucking AGN. I didn't know that shit. I have the Long Halloween, but I haven't read it because I'm reading Batman.
Well, no, it's literally on the quote, like on the top of the cover.
Yeah, no, like I just got him, like I put him on the bookcase, like till I'm done with the volume I'm reading. Like I don't fuck around with the other books.
Huh.
It's not
Like-
that heavily based on
Like
it.
I have Crisis, like Infinite Crisis, no Final Crisis, and Countdown to Final Crisis, but I haven't read them because I want to read Infinite Crisis and Infinite Crisis in Different Earths, or something like that.
Huh.
Oh, you got the first one. Have you read Crisis of Infinite Earths?
No, that's why I want to get those so I can read them, and then I want to read Final Crisis.
I did not like the
Classic.
Crisis.
I liked Infinite Crisis. I didn't really care for Final, but Infinite was awesome.
I just like reading shit on order. Like I'm weird that way. Like I can't see like a show like and just catching like a random episode. I have to watch the first episode.
Well, that's gonna be a long book. Crisis of Infinite
Like,
Earths is really long.
Yeah, like that's why. Like it's gonna be at least like 16 books, I think.
Like shit, I haven't even read any of the Crisis books either.
Or, like, because like I know there's Infinite Crisis, the multiple Earths, the mashups, and then there's like the single ones, and then there's the Identity Crisis, and then
Identity
the
Crisis. I
Infinite
like
and
Identity
multiple.
Crisis. I like Identity Crisis. That was awesome.
Yeah, I haven't read them. Like I bought it right now. Like I just need to like get it.
Like yeah, once when I probably read some more Batman comics, I'll probably branch out and check out some of like Superman and Justice League.
If I was Kingdom Come SM Wings, like I bought it too because like I got it like from eBay for like
Which one?
$30.
I got that
Kingdom,
shit too.
I got Kingdom, I got
That's a
Infinite
good one.
Earths, and another book. I forgot which one. But it was
Dude,
3
it's
books.
fucking good, bro.
Kingdom
It's
Come is
fucking, it's fucking awesome.
I
It
haven't
doesn't
read
have
it.
anything. It doesn't have anything to do with the Crisis, but
No, like no, I got it like they were selling it like for cheap, so I got it.
It's fucking good. Go read that shit right now.
But
I heard that they're gonna base the new Batman movie heavily on the outfits in that comic. I don't know.
Kingdom Come,
Yeah, like Batman's suit in there. I
Well,
heard they might.
Really?
the
That's
the
right.
cover like the cover was like really good. I never seen like that art for like comic books. So like
Like
Those
yeah,
are
like I've seen
fucking
some of the art
good.
for Kingdom Come. That looks really good. That's like the main reason why I actually want to read Kingdom Come.
Go look up Justice. Justice is the same type of art, but it's a different story.
like another cover that grabbed my attention a lot was New Frontier or something like that. It looks like 50s, 60s.
Yeah. They have a movie
Dude,
about that.
there's no way they're gonna make Batman's suit like this.
Well, let me see. I might have been thinking about Justice. I might not have been thinking.
Yeah, because in the Kingdom Come, he's pretty much like crippled.
No, yeah. I think I meant Justice because it has like similar art. You know what they look like at the end of Justice when they have those new like suits? I don't know if you read it.
No.
Let me link it.
Well, okay, let me see.
Okay, Ray asked you to make a comic channel?
Really?
Who's asking who?
You?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Uh,
Because if you did,
I can review comics.
he's fucked up. Because I asked him first. It was my idea.
Why? I was gonna say, damn, it's supposed to be an idea. We all work together.
No, but like, what's it called? I was gonna ask you a question about comic books. I just fucking forgot it. Oh yeah, I got like the new issue for Batman Beyond a Universe and Batman Beyond, the one that's already going at number 9. But like, they don't follow the same storyline, do they?
All right, linked it.
I have
I'll
no
say
idea.
Yeah, because like I got it like a new, like 2 new issues, like number 9 and number 0, but they don't follow
Oh,
the same
I
storyline.
don't know about that.
I heard it's going to be a lot more like coverage and. I don't know.
What I initially saw from articles, apparently they based off the Batman Noel story. I don't know if you saw that suit.
Yeah, because like I got this one. I don't know if you can see it. Like,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Batman
about now,
Universe Future or something like that. Future End, and then I got this one, Batman Universe. But, like they don't follow like the same storyline, right? Do they? Is it like a kind of like a Batman detective and Batman normal?
I think what I heard was, in addition to the suit, that they'd use some of the storylines from Kingdom Come, like drones he had. I don't know if you remember that.
Well, I want to buy because like on this one on Future Ends, they made a reference to Brother Eye or something like that. And I remember there's this Ormac book, which
Yeah, the OMAC. That takes place right after Identity Crisis.
okay, then I should get that shit too.
I don't know. Well, I went to that, that same place, X and mentioned that book off place. There's all them with a lot of singles, comics.
I haven't even like.
Oh, there's
haven't
more
even really-
compendium.
I haven't even really bothered to look at the comics. I just went to the manga and the Blu-rays.
Shoot, man, me and my friend, we were just straight digging in that shit.
Yeah.
I only got like one comic, and it's not even a DC or whatever. It's like some,
Yeah,
supposed to be like some horror type stuff.
but the problem with that shit is like like I was telling you, like I like shit from the beginning, and
And
they
it's like,
never have like the
it's
first
like one of
issue.
the older comics.
Yeah, like they never have like the beginning. I like at least give me the beginning of an arc. But
Well, they're never gonna do that.
just
You gotta
start
find compendium shit for that.
Just start at Crisis of Infinite Earth.
Alright, guys, I'm out.
All right, see you.
See ya.
Wait, first of all, fuck you, one. Second
I
of
love
all,
you too.
subscribe to my channel. Third of all, join the J room.
Will there be pics of your nose?
Oh, you gotta tell the people.
You want me to expose you again?
Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Alright, then fuck you.
Fuck you too.
I didn't realize that Zora left. Yeah, we were talking in the beginning, Rick, about Godzilla. I was talking about my history with it and watching it and blah blah blah.
And that we want to see him fly and drop.
And then we start talking about restaurants and barber shops and stuff.
That was all.
I mean, I just like I said, like I told you before about that. Like I just remember when I was a kid, watching Godzilla weeks on Sci-Fi Channel,
Yeah,
and that was where that's pretty much was my introduction to Godzilla.
yeah.
Man, Godzilla week.
It kind of broke my soul though when I watched when Mothra beat Godzilla.
Which one?
I was like, this is bullshit.
Who?
Bullshit. How that damn bug gonna beat Godzilla, man?
One was it though?
Well, if I remember
Nice
the
one?
fight, I don't remember exactly which. It was Godzilla versus Mothra. They started out in their cocoon, and then they were tag teaming, and then they evolved into its full form. Like the little Hawaiian girl, little pixie
Oh
girl.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
They sung their little song and Mothra just got all powered up. Mothra got fired up and was like, "I'm ready to take this bitch."
There's a lot of stuff like that. Like there's like one where they summon like some shrine creature, and this creature gets his ass whipped. And it's supposed to be
Yeah, there's actually a Mothra movie. It's a Mothra focused movie, but there's an evil pixie, and that pixie like summons Ghidra.
I
I
haven't
remember
seen
that one. That was
But the one Nick's talking about is King Caesar, I believe.
Mm.
From
Yeah.
Godzilla.
King Caesar, yeah. I don't-
Do you guys ever remember watching the TV show that they did, like the American TV show, the cartoon?
No.
I remember maybe it was the '98 version, but I didn't watch that many episodes.
No, the cartoon, like it was like it was like the same Godzilla from the movie. It was bad. Like the TV show, like they made it out like this dude had like a connection to Godzilla. So it was almost like a sword.
I liked the Fox cartoon of that movie.
Yeah.
Of I did like the Fox cartoon of it.
Nah,
That was better than
I
the movie.
I did enjoy the cartoon. The movie can go to hell. It doesn't exist to me.
Damn.
But the cartoon of it that Fox had, that was cool.
Yeah.
Rick, have you ever seen the Godzilla Final Wars?
No, I haven't seen Final Wars. The last Godzilla movie I watched was 2000.
Here, let me.
Which
I'm gonna
I
link
have.
you.
No, like I never seen it, but I saw it, like what's called like
Yeah, I'm gonna link it to him right now.
a highlight, and it was like all of these monsters like just fighting. Like it was like a big Royal
Yeah,
like
that's
a
the one I
Royal
was talking
Rumble.
about when they beat up Ghidorah before Ghidorah was up.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a 5-on-1 battle.
Hey, Mankai, I want to ask you because like I was watching wrestling like I think it was a week ago with my brother. And, like, is fucking the guy from Yes Yes? What's his name? Fucking
Brock Lesnar?
no, Yes Yes, the one that says Yes Yes.
Oh, that's
Daniel Bryan?
Daniel Bryan, yeah, I forgot the fucking name. He's the heavyweight and the WWE champion now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. He
I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was John Cena, the champ. Like, I don't know. It's been a while since I watched it. Like, continuously.
Yeah, it has been for me too. I mean,
Yeah, he's the world champion right now. He's fighting Kane.
You know what always irked me? That I always felt like this back in the day that Edge should have been the champion better than John Cena.
Oh.
Edge was badass.
Well, Edge did beat John Cena quite a few times.
Yeah, no, but John Cena was like a champion for like a straight like 2 years or a year.
Nah, John Cena never held the title for a year straight.
Yeah, no, he did because I remember they were like comparing him to like I think it was since like the 90s. Nobody
He came close to a year, but he never actually hit a year straight. I think the longest he held it was for like 9 or 10 months.
No, because I could be wrong because it's been a while, but like I remember they did like this special like he hasn't been a wrestler since like the days from Hulk Hogan and blah blah blah. That a wrestler have held like a title for a year, like the WWE or heavyweight. No, but you know what was the shit? Evolution. I always liked that shit.
Evolution was I liked Evolution.
All right, look at Rick. Here's the link in Bankai to the clip of Final Wars. You should enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I still have it for my nifty difty TV.
Eric, how's your I don't want to ask in public, so I'll ask it on chat.
Let's see.
I still have my second job. It's just it's only 11 hours a week, but I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with it.
Yeah, because like what's called like that's like very little. What the fuck?
It's just enough to cover my rent. So.
Yeah. No, but they did it. They teach you dirty. Like well.
Oh yeah. But the other job did me dirty too.
Oh, they did.
Oh, so they did.
Yeah, no.
I'm just getting dirty
like,
always around. It is what it is. Though. All I can do is just deal with it and move forward.
Wait, I was gonna say that's the one you got a promotion, right? The one you still got.
No. See,
Damn, that's kind of weird. That they...
All right. Remember when I got this is what this dude did to me at this job I still have. When I got sick and I was in the hospital and I got back out, he took it upon himself to. Even though I was in total communication with him and I was only gone for not even 2 weeks, he was supposed to be a temp person to cover my shift, and then decided to keep him and cut my hours.
God damn.
So I'm like, whatever. I mean, I didn't care at the time because I had my other job, and I was trying to find something to replace that job anyways. But like I said, it is what it is. It's like. This is all I can do. Like I said, all I can do is deal with it and move forward.
But I was gonna say, what you got fired from the one that you got a promotion from that other job.
I'd say you.
No,
you
I
should-
just got bumped up to almost full time, and I got a raise. And then they did this shit to me. So it is what it is, though. I can't do nothing. I can't change the past.
I heard strippers get good money. You should try it.
Nah, I'm cool.
You ain't about the life.
I'm not about that life.
Oh, Rick, you posted that in the chat. The calendar for summer.
I just found it.
I was like really shocked when I saw it. I was like, I mean, I knew it was coming because the way season 1 ended, Hamatora, it's coming out in the summer.
Oh yeah. I want to watch. Well, first I need to watch the first one of the Fate Stay Night Magical Girl.
Yeah.
Because Hockey showed me some of it though. They got that dude. I guess it's a final fight between Saber and the Magical Girl.
Yeah,
That fight is beast.
That was awesome.
Saber fucking did a Getsu a 10 show.
Yeah, it was.
So you wasn't ready?
But I definitely want to check that out.
Mhm.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I miss out on a lot of things if it's not on Crunchyroll. Ever since I got Crunchyroll, I don't really look to illegal sites anymore that much. So if it's not on Crunchyroll, I usually miss out on it, or I'll have to catch it later.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to start going like Go Anime more and stuff.
The best one
But if I pay for Crunchyroll, but I know Funimation now gets stuff, but I don't want to pay for two. So I'm not paying it for two services.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just keep
the one
Crunchyroll, I guess.
I don't know. It's obviously not legal, but Kiss Anime. Kiss
Yeah,
Anime.
no, it's not the whole like it's illegal thing. I'm just lazy. That's actually what it is. I'm just lazy.
Yeah.
Kiss
You
Anime
guys-
is pretty good, I would say.
Do you guys think? Do you guys think Bleach will return as like a weekly series? I mean, like on the anime, or do you think it's gonna go like to an OVA?
I would actually like if this returns. I would like to see it's like it'd be cool if it was seasonal, like they're doing with Fairy Tail. I think that'd be a good move for Bleach
Yeah.
as an anime. Yeah, like they're doing for Fairy Tail.
So chances are they'll probably, if they're all going to bring back the Bleach anime, do it when the manga is near its end. That way they can just cover all of it with no problem.
I want them to do like one season
I'm
of the
hoping
OVA
so.
just to be like the.
They'll be happy.
No, like I want an OVA just one season to be all about the Fullbringer arc.
Actually, you know what? I said this in Nostradamus' Death Squad last night. Yeah, starting soon, I guess next week, this Saturday, I guess I'll watch the Fullbringer.
I heard, like I said, if
Yeah.
Travis is gonna do it. Yeah, they cast Ginjo really well with Travis. They really
He's a good voice.
Because Travis is really good at ranges in his voice, where he can be like an innocent, like good guy kind of voice, and then flip it. He's really good at that. He's got that right kind of voice that I think's gonna suit Ginjo well, for the kind of character that Ginjo is.
Which
as far as how
that
he
kind of
turns
voice
and
does
everything.
suit Ginjo well. So they're dubbing the Fullbringer currently.
Yeah.
Ha.
Yeah, it is started.
Wonder what will happen when
past
they
Saturday.
finish Bleach on Toonami.
Yeah.
I wonder what will
think
happen
I
to
can.
it
I would
because now I've known
around. If they reran it, I don't. I'd be surprised if they actually replace Bleach with something else.
Yeah, because, see, the way I see it is this, AJ. I think what they could do is, if they do, what they'll do is, they'll rather put it later in the lineup and leave it there, Bleach, and wait and wait and wait until,
like they could probably there isn't really big upcoming dubs coming out though, so yeah, they will probably keep Bleach in the same spot.
Honestly, I know you're all gonna hate me for this. I think Fairy Tail needs to be the next series to be added to Toonami.
Yeah,
I think it'll do well.
Yeah, because it's popular.
Hate it or love it, it will do well.
it will do.
it will.
If they swap Bleach with Fairy Tail, I think Fairy Tail would pull in the same amount of ratings.
And
Yeah.
come on now, let's not fake the funk. We all pretty much like the beginning of Fairy Tail.
It's like Fairy Tail got good until
from
halfway.
the beginning to Terajima.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know where
like
Terajima
half-
happened. I
halfway-
grew up on Earth.
halfway through Terajima was when Fairy Tail became shit.
Exactly. So I mean, we can't fake the fight. Fairy Tale was never amazing or groundbreaking, but it was always fun to watch.
Like I would say overall, counting the whole series, I would say Fairy Tale is mediocre. It's just halfway through Team when the series becomes shit from that point.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but fucking Ray I just read the message Ray sent me, and apparently he's like a big fan, like a Batman fanboy. Apparently,
Ray is the resident fanboy, Batman fanboy.
He wants me to pass some message about the Penguin. About the Penguin. The Penguin is one of the biggest crime bosses in Gotham. He has money, respect, and control of people in high places. He controls most of the city, and his dick is. I don't want to read that.
Oh, okay, wait.
Zorro claimed that.
From my understanding, though, and this is from the film and the animated series. The animated series is pretty accurate with the comic origins, from what I've been told. That being the one on Fox back in the day. Wasn't the Penguin an outcast of his family though because of his deformity?
No, that's the movie.
No, that's the
Penguin is the animated series though, kind of hinted towards that.
Yeah, but he wasn't really deformed.
His hands were.
That's
he had those like webbed hands.
But he was still.
What I remember, no, it's supposed to be about his whole family against Bruce's family.
Yeah, I feel like there's several like storylines. Like
there's several. I believe there's like different takes on his origin.
Yeah.
Like, I noticed like in some cases his hands are as normal as anyone else's.
Yeah, you might be right, but that's like a
Bankai, Ray wants an invite.
He wants an invite? Okay.
Ray's probably gonna yell at
Like Ray will probably clear. Ray will probably.
Seriously, like,
I was gonna say,
but see, that's the confusing thing about comics is that there's multiple origin stories for like every re-edition, and I think that's the part that makes people very hesitant, myself included, to really get it. Like, there's Batman stories I definitely want to collect and read, but as far as wholly immersing in comics, I mean, it's like it's difficult. Like, first off, like where do you if you want to get the whole spring of the DC, where do you start? Like, you know what I mean? You say the same thing about Marvel.
Though I heard in some cases like do what I did and just go and look up what were considered the best storylines and do some research on some things.
Yeah, like Ricky, like it's rather easy. Like if you see like for example me like the only story the only background I had like of Batman was shows, cartoons, and stuff like that, movies. So like if you already know like most of the origins, like Batman's parents were killed, blah blah blah, and stuff like that, you can just pick up like a volume, like let's say like the Dead in the Family, then you can pick up Batman and Son.
I know when I see bullshit in the anime, in the adaptations, like the original Batman movie, Joker before he was Joker killing his parents. I knew that was bullshit. Even as a kid, I knew that was bullshit.
How many people are talking at the same time?
A lot. No one.
A lot.
It's probably he had the TV on or something.
Like if you see it, for example,
Before coming takes back over though, Bankai, I did not know this.
What?
Black Butler anime is coming back this summer too.
Yeah, I knew about that.
I didn't know it was coming. I knew they were re-bringing it back, but I didn't know it was going to be this summer.
I have a question about Black Butler. Like I only read like I think it was like chapter 20 something, but is there a yaoi effect on that shit or not?
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay.
It's the Black Butler's an acquired taste kind of series. Like
it's not yaoi. It's shonen. It's basically like shonen ai, more for the female demographic.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like
there's a slight like pedophile yaoi.
Like that didn't stop me, but like I just couldn't get over like the butlers fighting each other.
I get what you're saying. It's kind of even worse in the anime sometimes. It's more like out there in the anime, but for more of a comic relief kind of thing.
I was hearing more other stranger stuff in that story compared to the. I was hearing about this other character, like you can. What's this other character had like?
Grell. Yeah, he becomes like obsessed with Sebastian.
Yeah, he becomes obsessed with Sebastian. I thought half the time that.
I remember something like some girl thinking he's this guy or something. I wonder what.
I know this is gonna sound suspect as fuck, but like. There's a lot of great stories like on yaoi mangas. Like, it's just
really?
the yaoi that's.
No, I get back and I hear the fact that the first words I hear from you, Don Carpio, is that there's a lot of great yaoi.
Actually, there is.
Like, dude, like there's so stories that I fuck with you like on a sentimental level. Like, it's not really about like like I'm not against gays and none of that. Like I'm a fucking like gay rights all the way. But yeah, it gets me like kind of weird when I see like two guys kissing. But like aside from that, the stories of the Joey mangas are a lot better than shonen stories.
Well, the funny thing is, I hear theirs is way more better, especially compared to Yuri and other people.
Yeah, yeah, of
I'm
course. Like
watching.
That's what I'm saying. That's why there's been a market for that.
I'm watching Akuma no Riddle.
You know, they do got some
Like
weak.
yeah, like I'm watching Yuri,
There,
but then
there are a
again,
shitload
like,
of magical girl series this summer. I'm just trying to point that out too. There's like 4 or 5 magical girl series on this chart alone.
but that's probably the reason why I'm not really interested.
Honestly, I like a good magical girl series.
You know what's the last magical girl series?
They're cool. They're cool to watch. They get good later on. Really good.
The last magical series I liked, honestly, like was Sakura Cap Carter. I don't know how it's called in English.
Cardcaptor Sakura. Oh, Cardcaptor Sakura is my shit. But
Yeah,
I
that's
guess when
great.
you're in hockey, I need to watch the sub because it's
It's all about the Sailor Moon. That's what it is.
Sailor Moon.
No,
I
the thing
remember
about magical
watching it,
girl
but I don't
series-
remember like what's it about.
you got to be willing to hang in there because they usually do slow off really slow. Like Madoka Magica, yeah, that kicks in at episode 3, but sometimes you got to wait like 5 or 10 episodes to really get it to really kick in.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably more interested to look at is Madoka Magic. I've seen that. That's a lot better.
When I was younger, I used to... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go.
Oh, I remember like little I was watching like what's called Sailor Moon, and shit was cute, but like I just don't remember enough about the story. All I remember some of the characters like Tuxedo Man, the cat, the Sailor Moons, the Scouts, or what are they called? But that's it. Like I don't remember like this story like itself.
Well, one of the guys I knew from my college and stuff, I heard like that shit is so butchered, so bad. You have to really find like the the fine version.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon. Well, the original Sailor Moon anime is like 60% filler.
Dude,
Yeah.
like
That's what confuses me though, because like, all right, this season, from my understanding, this is going to be the re-edition of the Dark Kingdom arc, which is the first arc of the series. I'm wondering though, is 26 episodes even enough? Because I remember it took like 20-something episodes just to get all the Sailor team together, the Sailor Scout team together. So I wonder how much different it really is. So
I recently went back to watch like Saint Seiya, the original one, and like there's so many homoerotic like scenes like.
Well, it's Rome.
No, like there'll be scenes like unnecessary. Like there'll be like this guy's taking a shower and they'll just do a close up on the guy's ass cheeks. Like
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen
like,
Saint Seiya, so
yeah, like
I don't want to go back and watch.
it'd be like fucking weird. Like
Yeah, I only remember the old school Saint Seiya because
hey Ray, can you explain us to the penguin?
Oh, no, well, basically what Rick was saying is true. It's sometimes a bit different, but he doesn't necessarily resemble a penguin all that much like he does in the shows. He still has like his nose and like his stubby fingers, but him and Two-Face are the biggest, well, next to Falcone, are the biggest and most influential people in Gotham. Like if they chose to go and have an all-out war, they can destroy Gotham if they wanted to. Like the thing about the Penguin is he might not have like bolstering physical abilities or anything, but his money and power alone. For example, in Battle for the Cowl, both Two-Face and Penguin decided to have an all-out war, and it fucking destroyed all of Gotham. Like literally, Nightwing had to call in all of the Bat Family's networks, all of them, just to try to calm it, which they barely could do.
Yeah, Ray, but I was gonna ask you a question about that shit. Like, because I was reading fucking Dead of the Family. That's the last volume I finished.
See?
Fucking Joker on that one was like a really really what do you call it, intelligent like fucking villain. Like he was pulling strings of fucking Two-Face.
The Joker's just as smart as Bruce Wayne, but he basically plays to his insanity. So he is a very, very, very smart person. It's just that he's also crazy. So he doesn't let his insanity get the best of him sometimes. He uses it, he works with it, as opposed to hiding it.
Yeah, because I was seeing him like pulling strings like out of nowhere. Like I didn't even see him like controlling Two-Face. Like the fuck.
The thing is, he manipulates people even without them knowing it. He can manipulate the higher ups without them knowing it. The man fucking was responsible for everything that ever happened to Jason Todd. Like he fucking planned his childhood to his recent years. The man thinks like 5 steps ahead of everybody else, but no one ever gives him credit for that.
Dude, that mom. I got them feels when the mom date that shit. I don't want to spoil like for anybody.
I
That's a
still I
really
still think Riddler is probably the smartest Batman villain.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
If you see what he did in Year Zero, dude, fucking
Oh yeah, I heard he like took over all of Gotham in 0 year.
he took over all of Gotham, and he was saying, I'll give you guys a chance to live. Basically, once a day, if you guys can stump me with a riddle that I don't know, I'll back off. But if not, massive amounts of people will die.
Like, isn't more so 0 year more so Batman's first year as Batman in New 52?
Yeah, it's basically the last couple of issues of his run. They're explaining how he met Gordon and how he was introduced to all the villains.
so.
I'll probably check out 0 year.
So Ray, indeed, let's give Ray the floor. Ray, what do you think about Gotham then, since you are like the resident Batman fanboy of the J Room?
Please be angry about the destiny.
You are the Batman-eologist of the J Room. I mean,
Be angry about the destiny.
that is a fact.
Oh no, the thing about
So how did you feel about what you saw from Gotham's trailer?
the show looks like, because the thing is, the comics have recently been doing that over the last, like, let's just say 5 to 6 years. They've been talking about a lot of the origins of the city itself before like it became what it is. The city had always been corrupt, but it was run by mobsters like Falcone and other very powerful people. And in case you didn't know, like Bruce, when he was introduced to Jim Gordon at that point went from being a typical cop, that's how he's going to be in the beginning, to being this person that doesn't trust, that's very kind of like an underhanded cop, someone that does what he needs to do. But the show has that kind of vibe where they're trying to first build Gotham, so that way when they do introduce Batman, if they do, in the future in another series, you understand why it is that he does what he does. So it looks like first they're going to build the world, they're going to build how corrupt it is, how it works, who runs it, who you shouldn't fuck with, who you should trust, and you know how the people that are in power got to power. And then if it's successful and they want to, you can do like a Batman series like in the next year or however they want to. This seems more like they're setting up the fundamentals of how Gotham works. Because, I mean, they have Bruce as a kid, and, yeah, basically around the time that Bruce was around 8-ish, which is like around the time his parents died, that's when Gotham started to go downhill. So it's going to start off just around the time that Gotham really started to go to hell.
But didn't you have a problem with the whole destiny thing? How they're trying to connect like everybody's like childhood together? Like, I didn't like that shit.
Though it looks like some of them are already grown up. Like the Riddler's in the trailer, and he looks already grown up in it.
No, they were. Like, remember,
they're like 12 or like old, like they're like little kids.
Like Bruce Wayne, his villains are older than him by a couple of years.
Yeah, I think what's his name? Like
I wouldn't be surprised like if we see Harvey
Like
Dent
like
as a college student or about to go to college.
Because the thing is, like, the whole thing with Gotham is that it's kind of confusing. I mean, they're not going to do this because it's way too complex for people who don't read the comics. But if you read the Court of Owls storyline, you figure out exactly who runs Gotham and who the Illuminati for Gotham is. Who's been like behind every political election? Who's been behind every major decision? Who's been killing all of like Gotham's important people for the last 200 years and replacing them with sleeper soldiers? Like the whole thing about like Bruce Wayne's parents and how they died and why they died, who targeted them, and how the Court of Owls said we don't want the Wayne family here because they have too much power.
Don Carpio just supposed to doesn't want you to spoil Court of Owls.
Yeah, because I'm waiting on the last volume to read like the whole like all 3 of them. I'm waiting for till May.
The third
May
one's
9, it's today the release date. Fuck, I gotta order them now.
Yo, I was watching the Godzilla trailer. Side note, and if that's the thing I think it is, if that's Berta, that other moth, the dragon moth, that is gonna be a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah, you might have heard, Ray. It's what they're doing is it seems like we're gonna get a lot of Easter eggs in this movie. Because you're going to see stuff that you might have seen in another Godzilla movie. Now, everybody's been online. It's already been announced, supposedly here and there, that it's this Mutos thing. But some people are saying that it's more than just one. And that's probably the only question we don't know, is how many more.
Well, the thing is, like, if they do, like, the what's it called? Not the Half-Century War. If they do Kingdom of Monsters, which they could do, basically, Kingdom of Monsters in the comics starts off with first Godzilla and how he, comes to be, and basically him fucking shit up. And then throughout the series, you start realizing that there's other creatures that are being brought about, like Anguirus, Barda, King Ghidorah, Gigan, and all those kind of other things. And throughout that storyline, the first entire volume is basically focused on Ground Zero, which is the first time Godzilla attacks. And then throughout the end of the first volume to the second, they start introducing the other monsters. And in the third volume, it's the all-out war between all three of them. So if they wanted to, they could. I mean, they can change it up, obviously, so it makes more sense on the big screen. But they could, if they do it correctly, they can introduce a bunch of Godzilla opponents.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking too. I always thought they were gonna go with that route.
I
mean,
think
that
that
first-
though,
that
I
first
think
monster-
we're gonna see only one other monster, and I could see the ending of the movie on that cliffhanger where you see a shitload of monsters just out there, and that's like the shoe-in to continuing the franchise.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. If Toho lets them give them the rights to those monsters, we could definitely see.
Yeah, that's the thing too. We don't know what Toho gave them the right to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
all
out. Thanks for the invite, Mankind.
Too.
Thanks for the invite, Mankind.
See you, Don.
Yeah, see you guys.
They're done.
Yeah.
See you, Don.
Fuck you. Fuck you all.
Damn it.
Hey, don't hate me.
No, the new monster, if you've ever seen Godzilla vs. Destroya or Godzilla vs. Ghidorah, both the villains could, like, create different forms of themselves.
Yeah,
themselves.
It says right here,
gonna
like,
be.
it says in the back of this book who his major opponents are, like Anguirus, Barda, Gigan, Heterodon. This is so fucking weird. King Ghidorah, Mecha King Ghidorah, Rodan, Space Godzilla, Titanosaurus. I can't even fucking pronounce that name.
Titanosaurus.
Titanosaurus.
That's the one I always keep forgetting his name.
There's a bunch of villains that they list in the back of these.
Yeah, I have a couple comics of that, but I didn't read the whole thing. I usually just go off the movies.
Yeah, but in this case, aren't the movies the canon more so?
Yeah,
the comics more the canon.
Well, the stories came out as movies.
Yeah, it started out as a movie series, so.
There
No,
are
I'm saying the movies are canon. The comics are just independent works.
There are 3 different movies, though.
Which
Yeah,
I always thought it was weird. That's why I never really go to comics for. I'm like, why would I want to see a comic of Godzilla?
I mean, I personally never really found a lot of continuity within the Godzilla film series.
No, there wasn't, but
it kind of just, each thing just kind of happens.
For example,
well, that's what I was saying, Rick. Because I don't think you haven't seen all of them, and I haven't seen all of them. But remember, there's over more than 30.
The only ones that I would say there was some kind of continuation is Space Godzilla and maybe Destroya, because it seemed like they were using the same Godzilla in those movies.
No, the ones that have...
Rick, what they do with the comics is, the movies in this case are the main canon, but what they do with the comics, for example, in Half Century War, it follows a Japanese soldier from from Ground Zero, the day that it attacks, and it shows how Godzilla influenced his life, because this one soldier and his friend who managed to survive and make sure that a lot of people lived. It follows their story, following Godzilla, forming a squad throughout the 50 years, from 1950 to like 2000, and you see how Godzilla influenced Vietnam, the Cold War, these kind of things, and where these other creatures came from, and how they first made Mechagodzilla. And basically, the comics start to focus on one person and how Godzilla affects their lives.
Well, I was about to tell you that, right? There actually was that in the movies. There actually was a guy like that in the movies, but it didn't go to that in depth.
Every form of Godzilla, there are 3 different Godzilla series, and the comic is a whole different series. So there is no canon really. It's just whatever series you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how pretty much. Yeah.
But here's the thing:
I never looked at the Godzilla film series like a continuing story or anything. I just looked at it for what it was. Cool ass monster fight.
Because like later on in that's what I was saying about the 70s one and all the other ones, it starts to get really crazy because you can tell it's mostly episodic all the time. Maybe like the first earlier Godzilla ones are like continuing, but.
The 70s ones are episodic, and the 90s ones do have some continuity to them. And
Yeah.
The 2000
The thing
and
about
the 2000
Godzilla movies that I truly enjoy is that they don't need a certain basically they don't need a base origin in order to tell their stories, because without that they can freely choose to write and tell the stories how they want to. For example, the best example of this is the Joker. He doesn't have a set in stone origins besides he basically has no origin. That's how come he's such a great character, because they don't have to worry about tying him down to something or something not being
Well, sometimes they gave him an origin or not, but I was gonna say as far as you always knew the origin of Godzilla. It's common sense. It's like pretty easy. That's what's kind of a little
Yeah,
bit
no,
with
just the
with certain
origin itself.
superheroes where you don't have to really know the origin of telling those sometimes, like Spider-Man for example. But they do that anyway. Or same thing with
I'm
Batman.
agreeing with you. I'm saying like the origin is fine, but then as long as they don't continue, like if you know where he's from and don't give him like a set path to follow, just his origin,
Well,
you can add whatever you want.
and that's always been the problem with certain movies, especially with superhero movies too.
True. But then the whole thing with superhero movies is a completely other different story. Because yeah, when it comes to that, we have a character that is like, for example, a character that there's so much to know about him, like literally like 20, 30, 40 plus Wikipedia pages of information on that character. How the hell are you going to condense that in a 2-hour-long movie to explain it to somebody, like, without skipping over a whole bunch of stuff?
Certain, yeah, but I like to say like one for Batman is more simple.
Well, yeah, because his origin is the same, but nonetheless his stories are changing. For example, Black Panther. Every time there's a new one, he inherits the will of the previous one, and then he also inherits the will of his ancestors. So, yeah.
Well, in the case of Godzilla, each series that has come out for his, the only thing that was the same was the original 1954 movie.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
no matter which movie or series of Godzilla films you're watching, the 1954 movie always gets taken into account.
The one that
It's not even called Godzilla. It's called Go.
It's called Gogeta in Japan.
Gogeta. There you go, Gogeta.
It's an abbreviation and a corruption of the word lizard and gorilla.
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's Gogeta, and then they came out with the American version, which is Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
Because remember, back in those times, they always rephrased or renamed and a whole bunch of shit.
Yes, they did.
No, I was remember that bad movie.
So, Bankai, who was it that you said was better than Mikasa in your Matsuri video?
Oh, Kyokai from Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, King's like, Mikasa's overrated. And I'm like,
Bankai's like this.
You were holding back.
Bankai pulls out the scissors.
I was like, and I said in the video, I was about to stuff a butthole in King's ass, but I decided not to.
Oh, yeah, that video.
I got these to show Tom a little bit ago.
That was the Kingdom discussion. We were trying to get him into Kingdom.
No, but I was going to say, Kyokai and Mikasa do got some very, very similarities, but I would probably go more with Kyokai better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do they have Sword Art Online trading cards? No.
Man, why'd you bring us Sword Art Online?
Because they have cute Loli.
Thank God there's Notre
Yeah, we know you're low.
Notre Dame would go on another tangent about Sword Art Online.
He would.
Is it really that bad?
No, it's far from the worst anime ever.
His
It's
second.
not.
Yeah, this definitely ain't the worst.
The plot, though.
If you want to see some loyalies, Ray, go watch Dragon Art Academy.
Dude, the thing is, like, there's so many freaking things. Basically, I was talking to Shiraz about this because he tells me to watch, like, No Game, No Life and Black Bullet and stuff.
Oh yeah, watch No Game, No Life.
I'm going
That is
to.
really
The thing
good.
is, like, first, before I can focus on this, I really want to make sure I'm caught up with everything in Marvel and DC, which should probably take me another month. And then by the time that, well, considering the fact I spend money like an idiot.
Oh yeah, by that time they'll be done. Both Black
No,
Bullet and No
well,
Life.
they won't be done because
Actually, there are only going to be 13 episodes.
I can see though. Black Bullet, Bonka, you already said Black Bullet's only gonna be 12.
Damn,
That's
man.
what I heard. It's going to be like 10 or 12.
It is
No
a
Game
sequel.
No Life seems like a 12 episode series too.
I probably think it's 12 because 12 is like the minimum they usually give them if it doesn't get canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those
I hope Captain Earth is 24 though.
I hope
Yeah,
that.
according to my anime list, I think Captain Earth will be 24 episodes.
Oh, that's
Good
good.
shit, good shit.
That's real good. 'Cause I always thought seasonal was always 24, but no, yeah, seasonal.
Yeah, it's
most,
like
most seasonals are 12.
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
like yeah, it's like I'm looking on my anime list profile right now while I'm watching. Aquaman the Real will be 13 episodes. Black Bullet 13. Blade and Steel 13. Captain Earth 25. Briar in the Darkness 13. JoJo 24 episodes.
Yep.
Episodes, just name a few.
Because that story's long as hell.
JoJo
So
is
looking at that list, Bonkai, what series do you think you're going to review from that list?
Well, I'm probably just gonna do like first impressions, and from the list, I'm probably gonna do a first impressions. The two main ones, I have to do first impressions on Tokyo Ghouls and Tokyo ESP.
yes, Tokyo Ghouls. Bankai knows how fucking good that is.
That manga's insane.
It's fucking greatness, dude.
Those
I
two.
mean,
I ain't read that manga.
The rest,
manga is fucking awesome. Like I legit, like I think I told you like a couple times, like I didn't expect to read it, but it was 3 in the morning. I'm like, I'll read one chapter and then I'll probably go to sleep. I ended up reading like the first 20 in like one sitting, and I'm like, God damn it, it's morning time.
Ray, you know you don't sleep. Stop it.
And,
the other one is the one. I think it's Watanabe. He's coming back.
Yeah.
Coming out with another anime. But this one's a little different from Space Dandy. This is going to be more action-packed, I think. I'm probably going to do first impressions on that.
action-packed.
So.
Because I mean, the only thing I'm really watching, because I'm not really watching much, is those 3 like I guess you can call them slice of life series, because it's the Kawaii Complex, which is definitely a romantic comedy, more comedy than anything. Soul Eat or Not, and that I don't know that's gonna be.
I'm behind on Soul Eat or Not. I've only seen the first episode.
I'm 2 episodes behind on Kawaii Complex, 1 on Soul Eat or Not, and 1 for Mangaka-san, because those are the only things I'm watching.
I'm behind on Akuma no Riddle, Soul Eat or Not, Captain Earth, and Mangaka 2 Assistant.
Dude, the thing is, like,
And Blade and Soul.
I have so many things that I need to finish before I can start actually watching them. That it's crazy.
Like, yeah, it's like I had like a bad habit of not finishing shit. Like I remember in the fall I watched a ton of animes. I only finished like 2 of them.
Shit.
No, wait, actually 3 of them.
I've done this multiple times. I did it with Hunter x Hunter. I did it with Hellsing. I did it with I tried JoJo, but then I started reading Part 7. You guys know how that was. I did that with like 15, 16 series. Where I'll start, read the first 30 or 40.
Yeah, it's like
not because it's bad, but because like I just genuinely just stop and then I don't go back to it.
oh, I have that same fucking problem.
Like I mean,
Like,
I did it.
I was reading both Kingdom and Vagabond at the same time. I read 20 chapters of Kingdom and like 45 of Vagabond, and I haven't read either of them in like a couple weeks.
I had to force myself, like not because it's bad, but when I was reading a Kamigakiru, I read the first 34, right? And then I stopped for like a month and a half, and I'm like, I don't remember much, so I had to go back and reread it.
Yeah, it's like I read like the first 20 chapters of Kamigakiru back in September. Didn't get around to reading more because like school started and GTA 5 came out around that time, which put a big impact into me catching up to it.
Don't get me wrong, I am up to date, and Badu is fucking Bankai knows. Badu, Buddha, I don't know how I'm talking about his name. You know what I'm talking about, General.
Yeah, the general guy, yeah.
Bro, whatever. Like, I'm trying to say, because, like, there's so many things I need to do, but because there's so many other things that just keep getting in the way. Like, Hunter x Hunter's been something that people have been telling me to do for, like, the last 2 or 3 years. Like, Hunter x Hunter...
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter's the shit.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's alright.
Rick, you goddamn hipster.
No, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't know much about it because I only read the first 20 chapters. I can't formulate an opinion. Well, a proper opinion. Anybody can formulate an opinion.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's like you be right in the middle of the Hunter exams.
because the thing is, like,
It's fine.
like one of the, and I hate saying this because it's so stupid. I hate being that person. But hype, literally, I'm one of those people that stays away from stuff when there's hype because, like, it's probably. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, for Kingdom, I'm pretty sure it deserves the respect. It's pretty hype-worthy. It's amazing. The story, the characters. I know all that stuff is good, but again, I don't like.
Yeah, that's understandable. Like if they treat it like if it's the second coming of like of Jesus, then yeah, it could get pretty annoying, make you not want to check out the series.
I've gone before where I don't read One Piece or any of the big 3 for a month because people just keep telling me it's amazing. I'm like, I really, really, really hate that excuse. I know it's a stupid excuse, but just for some reason people always talking about it, just saying it's great, it's great, great. You have to. And whenever someone says anything, even if it's not bad at all, it's not saying it's greatness. People rip your throat out. And that's why I stay away from series that.
That's the part I hate. It's like when you like disagree, or if you have a different opinion, or if you just think the series is okay, then like people just rip your. And like, I don't want to fuck with. I don't even want to fuck with it. Then.
Oh yeah, especially like when the fanboys will curse you out or say stupid shit on why you don't like the series.
Dude, like if I say, for example, any random thing, I'll just pick up random manga. If I were, let's just say everybody was hyping the shit out of Magi, right? Like everybody was on the train, everybody was like blowing it out of proportion, and I'm like, oh, I think it's good. People are gonna be like, what the fuck you mean it's good? It's great. It has all this juxtaposition, character progression, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whoa, I just said it was good.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, that people
Like,
the Tarzan series go crazy when you even say it's good and not great.
I'm long overdue to do my my York U Thoughts review, but I'm not gonna lie, people are probably gonna get pissed and butthurt because I don't think people think that that's like when the series becomes perfect and greatness, and the series for all the hype that I heard about that arc, it did not live up to it.
Wait, what arc?
But like shit with me, I actually when
York New. It was a very good arc. It was a good arc. Don't get me wrong. It's not that it's a bad arc, but as far as this great God sent, like, oh my God, I worship the ground Togashi.
yeah, it's like Rick.
No.
You got. I guess for you, Rick, it's that you saw the hype York New was getting with me. I guess part of the reason why I love the York New arc a lot is that I had no idea there was a ton of hype surrounding that arc when I got into Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, but that's
all the hype I saw was for the Chimera Ant arc.
No, but
right.
Yo, AGN, the thing about that is hype is good in a sense in two parts. It's good and bad because it can introduce new people to a new medium and it can make them like gravitate towards it.
All right,
AGN. Like what Rick said, like if you're going in there and you're constantly expecting, like people keep telling you, look, it's gonna be so great, and when you get there and it's not like what people like, let's just say it's not exactly what you're expecting it from what people were telling you, you're gonna be disappointed. Like if people telling me it's the second coming of Jesus, it's a fucking, it's I don't know, it's like walking on water. It's like having infinite amounts of money. And I read it and I don't get that vibe. I'm gonna feel disappointed.
Okay, AGN. All right. First off, let's all right. I'll give you one little hint of what I'm gonna cover when I do the review later this week.
Okay, what is it?
People compare Caprica to Sasuke, like,
Yeah.
and they say that Caprica is Caprica or Caprico?
Kurapika.
I call him Kurapika.
I call him Kurapika.
All right, Kurapika. But in actuality, the way Kurapika was portrayed in that arc, Sasuke was portrayed better.
Wow.
In his respect.
Oh, you are going to probably get dislikes up the
Rick,
ass.
Okay, hear me out.
Rick,
Hear me out.
Rick, let me ask you something
Because
first.
look. All right, hear me out. You can say, okay, Sasuke flip flop, blah 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 blah. When Sasuke completed his goal in life and he killed Itachi, it was written to where Caprica was, Sasuke was given a new goal because the focus switched, right?
Yep.
See, here's the thing about that I found interesting about Caprica. When he thought that all the Phantom Troop members were dead, he had nothing left. And that's where I feel Togashi messed up at. First off,
Is that he showed the Phantom Troop were alive, which I agree that was.
But hear me. But listen out, Lo. The fact that we knew the Phantom Troop were still alive took me out of the story for that moment because I didn't feel for Caprica. I really didn't because I knew they were alive. And now Togashi wrote it to where we didn't know the Phantom Troop were alive as well. Then I could have felt more for him and like sympathized for him a little bit more. But the fact that I knew it was bullshit and that he was just wandering around on bullshit, it took me out of the story. That's just my personal take on it.
No, I know that.
Where that moment was lackluster.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Like I think when people
I think the Phantom Troop members were kind of disappointing too.
Like the only ones like we see get actually that arc's mainly an introduction to the Phantom Troop. Like the only one, like in hell, halfway through it only really focuses on Kurolo.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no, I wouldn't say that. I mean, like, because we do get to know Yvonne before he dies and whatnot. He had a little good development there. And that ugly ass bitch who dies at the end too. What's her name?
It was I'm forgetting her name as well. Like I know who you're talking about.
But see, well, no, but then again, not even really. We just see her powers. See, that's another problem I felt Dark did. We really didn't get no like I don't understand how people fanboy with the Phantom Troop when there's no character development for him in their introduction arc.
Yeah.
Frollo to a certain extent, there's no real like
Like,
character development. As far as like how. So I don't understand how people fanboy over them. They are cool characters. Don't get me wrong. They can do some cool shit. But outside of that, there's nothing else to them yet. I'm not saying Tagashi.
Well,
Obviously, he has to have plans for him later in the series.
Like, yeah, because now they're hunting for Kurapika because due to the fact they took out 2 of their members and make sure that their boss could no longer use Nin.
By the time I do watch Hunter x Hunter, though, or read it, read it because I will read it, I'm going to know like 95% of the story.
Shit, because I went on the wiki one time, I ended up getting spoiled on a certain character, what happens to him.
I know a friend of mine who did this with One Piece. She read like everything on the wiki, like the wiki of every single arc, and then like she read the chapters where I think around the time they were like around chapter 650. So this was probably like two-ish years ago, maybe 3. And she just went based off of that. And like basically instead of reading 700 or 600 something chapters at the time, she just read all the wiki, which still took a while. She read that, right? Then she caught up to where the manga was at, and then later on filled herself up with the minor details of every arc. So like she literally cut off half of all the work of reading One Piece, and if you were to ask her anything, she probably knows more than the average person.
Wow.
I can't do that. Nor do I condone it.
It's like though I will read it or watch the series, catch up to it, and then like to double check things, I'll go to the wiki, especially if I have plans to read the series.
She read the wiki, right? So where it was current, and then after that she read the manga where it was current, and then like a week or 2 later to fill herself up on the small stuff that the wiki didn't catch up. She just went and started to look at the minor little details that the wiki didn't mention, like probably some minuscule characters or some minuscule events that she would know. And legit, she cut off like so much time because instead of, it takes a while to read 650 chapters. And
Was there a rush?
Huh?
Was there a need to get up fast? Or?
No, she just wanted, like, I was talking about One Piece at the time, because her brother and I were the ones that talk about it, but she didn't. She's like, oh, I wonder what you guys are talking about. She just went on the wiki, and like over time, that was upsetting.
You're not like serious. I mean, I do that too. I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
That's how I know half the shit that I know.
I did
Like it's like I would go and look up things on the Hunter x Hunter wiki before I got all caught up to it. I think I did the same thing for Attack on Titan.
I did that with
I think the problem arises when people do that and then try to act like then when they fake the funk, basically. That's when I think that's a problem.
I hate exactly because like for example, I'm gonna make sure this is very abrupt because I don't want to continue talking about comics. But I hate when people only read the summarized wiki. I mean, don't get me wrong. I said I read the wiki too, but when they don't do any additional research and because they read the wiki, they feel like they know everything. When in actuality, the wiki probably only covers 40% because there's a lot of immersing you have to do yourself with anime, manga, like a TV show, whatever it may be, a book. The wiki's fine, but it'll never give you the full amount of detail.
It's like a lot of times you actually have to go to the source to really get the full detail.
Yeah. And like I said, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong. Like if you're not informed and you want to go to the wiki, so you know what it is that you need to. Like for example, you don't want to be left out. Your friends are talking about something. You can learn by reading, and you can also like add on to what you know by having your friends tell you. That's fine. But when you just read the wiki and act like you know everything, that's when it gets annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I could never do that, man.
But it ain't Ralph though.
Hey, Ralph.
There are people that will do that.
I've heard people do that for Game of Thrones too. That just boggles my mind.
Whenever you do it for something as big and immersive as a world like Westeros or whatever, that's insane because I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I know there's people, some of my friends, which refuse to watch the show because they read the books and they say they don't want to have their idea. And I respect that. They don't want to have how they view the series like in their mind be changed because that's fine. But when you just don't want to do one or the other, I think that's kind of dumb. Because, like, okay, if you only want to read the wiki, you're going to be missing out on everything the book or the show has to offer.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you would do that to yourself. You're limiting yourself.
I've read the book before the show, and I don't have a problem still keeping my.
But some people do like. I mean, yeah, that's a very common statement by people who like when it comes to adaptations. They don't want something that will ruin their ideal or what they think it is.
Let's just say the Harry Potter books or whatever it may be, right? Because that's the first thing that came to my mind. Let's just say I read it, right? But I didn't want to watch any movies because like let's just say if I've always imagined it this way, it'll look weird seeing it someplace else, which still shouldn't deter you from watching it. But some people have that mentality.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me and Justin have gotten into debates about the movies over the books, and you know how he feels the movies butchered the movies butchered the books. I think the movies, being someone that's read both, I don't think the movies butchered it. There are I think the one that suffers the most from things being left out would probably be Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
But other than that, pretty and a little bit from Order of the Phoenix. But Order of the Phoenix is a fucking huge. It's like I think Order of the Phoenix is the second longest book.
Yeah.
Hell, I think Order of the Phoenix is the second longest.
You know, it's funny, Rick. I think they did more bad on Order of the Phoenix compared to Prisoner of Azkaban.
Well, yeah.
It's a give or take. Those two, but I love Order of the Phoenix, the movie.
Yeah,
I agree, Rick. Hell, I think Order of the Phoenix
brought that bitch. I hate that. Oh, I hate that bitch so much.
Because the thing is, like, they weren't doing for example, what they did with the last movie. They didn't do a part 1, part 2.
That's why that's one of the few cases where that had to be done that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Twilight, that shit didn't need to be done, but for Harry Potter, that had to be done that way. They had.
Definitely Hollows. From my from the book, definitely Hollows needed to be part 1, 2, and you could especially tell, or else we would have gone like a 5 to 6 hour long film.
Yeah, Deadly Hollows had to be 2 movies.
Okay. Was I the only one just a little disappointed in the last film?
I can see that.
Well, what I heard was the way
I heard the
book.
I heard like Voldemort's defeat is different in the movie than it was in the book.
It is different, but I will say the feels was there for me, because Harry Potter is honestly it's probably my favorite story that I've experienced ever. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, I love Harry Potter too.
Oh yes,
and
I love Harry Potter as well.
I can relate to, and you can say the prophecy thing ruined his character, similar to what they're saying. I totally disagree because that prophecy did nothing for Harry.
Like also, and say for example, Naruto, it goes against earlier themes in the story.
Yeah, Harry is different because for one, it's how prophecies work, where any wizard can pretty much make a prophecy. So that's part of it, and the fact that Harry had Voldemort was far more powerful than Harry. The only reason why Harry survived his encounters with Voldemort is because their wands were connected. That's the only reason why. That's why Voldemort had to get the Elder Wand. Because he couldn't kill Harry with his wand. Because the wands were made from the same phoenix feathers. But
I have to say the third movie was probably my least favorite because I don't think it was well adapted.
Prisoner of Azkaban? I'm not very fond.
I've only read a little bit of the first book, but I would say my least favorite, outside of Dumbledore's death, would actually have to be the 6th one.
You haven't read the books?
I haven't gotten around to it. I've always wanted to.
No, I like the 6th one, man. The 6th one was good.
The best adaptation book is the first one. The first movie is the best adaptation from book.
Oh yeah,
I always felt better. I always felt Half-Blood Prince felt a bit rushed.
They did. Half-Blood Prince. The ending, I will say, when Snape killed Dumbledore, it was very anticlimactic.
To me, that was actually the scene. That was the only scene I actually really remember from Half-Blood Prince. To me, it just felt like set up. To me, it felt like
good. I think the movie itself is good, but they really, that scene just wasn't set up well.
For me, Half-Blood Prince was mainly just a setup to Deathly Hallows.
It is. It's totally a setup for Deadly Hallows. They're learning about the Horcruxes, and that's the setup to Baltimore's defeat. That absolutely is a setup movie.
I thought it was good. I thought it was better than Order of the Phoenix. Because the thing that pissed me off about all of them after Prisoner of Azkaban was how I lost lots of the great enjoyments I had from the book, like just people hanging out. Or the Quidditch Championship, for crying out loud, I didn't get to see them win the Quidditch Cup.
The thing you're referring. Here's the thing. From Goblet of Fire and the rest of the series, the tone of the series totally changes. It's a much more darker tone.
Like, yeah, I also
That's
heard
when
in, like,
the
I also
if you
heard,
notice even in the films, by the films.
yeah.
Well, they try to bring that into Prisoner of Azkaban. Which,
Yeah, but that's also because the fact that I believe some of the films have different directors.
Well, Christopher Columbus directed a good.
I think he directed the first
He
two.
found America.
I think that I don't know. Honestly, I think Christopher Columbus directed the rest of the series. I don't remember. But
Fucking
anyway,
Ray.
like Goblet of Fire to the end of the series, it's a much more darker tone because Voldemort returns, and pretty much the only thing the people don't realize it, but the only thing keeping everything together is the fact that Voldemort is scared of Dumbledore. And then Dumbledore dies, and because when Dumbledore dies,
Yeah,
that's when
Dumbledore-
everything turns to shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I think Prisoner of Azkaban was the one that changed the tone to me.
Like,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, that's what I said. And in the books, it's more so Goblet of Fire. In the
yeah,
movies,
like,
they
yeah.
do it with
From what I've
Christopher
heard in the books, is what Goblet of Fire gave the series a dark tone, while in the films it was Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yo, that Rasengan was awesome.
Because like after Goblet of Fire, the Ministry tries to hide the fact that Voldemort's returned, and that's when they bring Eldridge, that evil fucking pink bitch.
Oh, fuck that bitch.
That's what
Fuck
I
her.
love, dude. They did that though. That's one thing they did that shit. Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort and Umbridge. Oh my god, they nailed those two.
I hate Umbridge more than I do.
Oh my god, I hate that bitch so much.
In the books, I literally like slam the book against the table because I hate her so much.
Yo, I wanted to stupefy her in the face like 100 times straight.
Oh my god, I hated her, man.
No, give her that death curse.
Yeah, but I enjoyed Half-Blood Prince because they got back to some, like they actually handled some of the school stuff.
Like, yeah, I heard, like, in Order of the Phoenix,
Yeah.
Ron actually joins the Quidditch team in that one, in the book.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty cool. Yeah. No, but they showed the Quidditch. No, they showed the finals in Half-Blood Prince.
Oh yeah, that's why I like
when Harry gave Ron the potion.
Yeah, that's why I liked it better than Order of the Phoenix. Because Order of the Phoenix, they just they don't.
The one thing they do get wrong in the movies is like, all right, especially like I find this more with Goblet of Fire. Goblet of Fire, they hype up the ball in the movie and the whole team.
Well, it was a big.
It was a letdown.
That was probably the one thing I would say they did. Because Goblet of Fire, other than that, was really good. Like I really like Goblet of Fire.
Oh yeah, Goblet of Fire was a
What do
really
you mean?
good film.
What do you mean hyped it up? What do you mean by that?
Well, they put too much focus on it. Is what I'm saying.
It was a big part of the
There's not
book.
even that much focus in the books on the ball. The ball is like I think what the actual ball itself is like what a chapter and a half.
Well, what exactly about it was like you didn't like?
No, but what I'm saying is though instead of being focused on the tournament, they focused on the teen romance stuff, which I felt was unnecessary.
All right, I agree about the teen romance stuff. I'm not one for teen romance.
And the focus of that was the annual ball.
Yeah, I agree with the teen romance. I don't really care much about teen, but I enjoy when they get away from the main plot once in a while.
No, I agree with you,
Tournament.
but I think it probably should have focused more on the tournaments.
But other than that, like Voldemort's return was done beautifully, like perfectly. I mean, the Goblet of Fire. I think pretty much the only movie to me that was this lackluster was the third one.
Yeah, me
Really,
too.
I like the third one.
No, dude.
I really
But
liked.
I don't like the third book that much, to be honest, either. So maybe that's why.
Well, what's funny, my favorite book is actually the one most people don't like is 2.
Me too. I'm with
Oh
you, man. I
no,
love
Chamber of
Two.
Secrets is awesome.
But no, I heard a lot of readers. You heard a lot of the readers did not like the second book. Everybody liked the third book.
I thought the second
Chamber
movie
of
was the
Secrets
best.
is very
adaptation.
important, though. See, that's the thing, though, like, because you learn about who Voldemort really was.
Yeah.
And of course, the Chamber does come back in the end of the story.
Like, yeah, like it does.
That's a huge
Like, yeah,
story, though, learning who Voldemort's
like-
real reasons and everything.
Chamber of
That's
Secrets
very
does.
important.
Like, Chamber of Secrets actually foreshadows the Horcruxes.
Yeah, it does. But I thought the second movie was
Yeah, it
probably
does.
the best adaptation.
Yeah, that too.
The second movie was the
Very
best.
true. My favorite was Goblet of Fire. That's my favorite book.
My favorite was probably Half-Blood Prince.
God damn, this has been a random ass stream, I guess. Talking about Godzilla, Batman. You're getting a little bit of everything tonight. It's nerd out.
Shiraz is telling me to watch Madoka Magica.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bankai,
Well,
you
yeah,
better
you
put
should watch
Godzilla and nerd out stuff.
King of Lightning is watching Madoka Magica.
Yeah, but
Godzilla
like I
and
think
breadsticks.
the thing is, like I was saying this a couple minutes ago, is let me just show you something as an example first. Alright. When I'm done catching up, and this isn't even half of all the stuff I need to read, when I'm done catching up on a stack that's double this size, then I'll be able to start going back into anime and manga. So I want to make
You
sure.
know how long it's been since I've been wanting to talk about Harry Potter for like ever.
Hey, we're always here. Rick.
No, I've been holding that shit in for a long ass time.
Hey,
It kind of came out when King of Lightning tried to
yeah, I know.
degrade Harry in that by comparing him to that Naruto prophecy shit. And,
There's nothing wrong with
nah, I ain't having that. That's not gonna happen. Not on my watch.
Caring.
Well,
Hell, that scene
Compare.
itself isn't that bad of a concept as people make it out to be. It's just the problem that Naruto fucked it up by going against earlier themes.
No, the problem with the concept in Naruto is that it's not the concept itself; it's the execution.
Yeah, let me put it this way: Naruto in the beginning did work hard, but then later on it felt mitigated because he would always either rely on one thing or would get power-ups.
Well, no. He had pretty much a lot of saves from his
From his QB mode. Like the thing. Don't get me wrong, he did work hard, but
he did work hard.
He kind of went against it when in the final. I mean, when the final arc, he got like more power-ups in the final arc than almost any character
entire
I've seen.
series.
Like he had what? He had basically his original like QB mode that he had when he was training with B. Then he had like his Biju cloak mode. Then he had like this thing. He had like so many power-ups in the course of one arc that felt like they were just like thrown at him. So I guess people were pissed off because even though he did work hard for him, I mean, in the beginning, it felt like later on he relied a lot on the QB chakra. And don't get me wrong, his own like will, but mostly the QB chakra is what got him through a metric fuck ton of stuff.
But see, here's the thing that people forget, though. Here's the one thing I think people will forget. After the whole ordeal with Orochimaru, and when he hurt Sakura, like, after that, he's like, I'm not using this shit no more. And he did everything. That's when he started training for the Rasengan.
And also the fact that in order to make sure he could defeat Pain, he learned Sage Mode.
Right, exactly. And I think people forget that, and I think that's why people say, oh, he doesn't rely on his QB. I disagree with that, because he did train and try his damnedest to get his own power. That's why he learned Sage Mode.
No, I know. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
Right.
saying that he didn't, but then again, like, he worked hard. In the beginning, he felt like the proper example of what a hard worker should be. And, again, even though he did try to find a way to not rely on the QB, I mean, the fact that he had two things prophesized about him, granted, I already know how that works. You can have someone whose father, like, just say my father's, was a great person, and he gave me all his inheritance. I can choose not to do anything with it. I fully get that. But at the same time, it feels like even though he did work hard,
Guys, speaking of Naruto, it's out.
Okay,
Yeah,
it still felt like in a sense he I lost my train of thought when he said that, but it basically felt in a sense that even though he was working hard, he still had everything going for him. Because remember, he still had a massive chakra.
Like, all right,
He still had a massive chakra reserve.
before the war. Well, that's just from his family. That's from his
Yeah,
clan.
but the thing is, like, think about it
There's
this way.
lots of other characters in the series that have benefits from
It
their
felt like during the middle of the war, he didn't have to work as hard to get the power-ups. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sage Mode was really hard for him to work at. When he finally got the QB cloak the first time, when he met his mom, that kind of stuff, that was understandable. But then later on throughout the series, it felt like they were just giving him power-ups. And, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, they were all warranted.
Wait. Okay. But see, in some way or form, he did earn those power-ups.
Yeah,
All right,
wait.
Let me finish. Let me finish. First off, every time the QB chakra saved him, it wasn't like Naruto was like, I'm dying, save me, QB, save me, please. No, that shit acted on its own, because the QB is its own sentient being, and it did know that if Naruto died, he would die. So whenever Naruto was unconscious, that's when that shit would take over. The same thing with Orochimaru. He didn't purposely activate that against Orochimaru. It activated itself from his rage and his anger.
Yeah.
But when it came to the QB mode, okay, he got QB mode. He got that. He did that internal struggle thing, and that's how he got QB mode.
No, he
Now,
did.
to get Biju mode,
Yeah, he learned Kurama's name. I know. Like, his things were
No,
getting.
but no. Wait, let me finish though. You're saying though that it was a random power up. It really
No,
wasn't if you think
it
about
wasn't
it.
a random power up. I'm trying to say it feels like he got too many in a rapid
But I
succession.
disagree. Well, no, and it does feel, but at the same time, from a story perspective, you can see because he was able to gain the respect of each Biju.
No, I know.
And then he was finally, because beforehand, Naruto, it's up to that point, never properly synchronized with Kurama until that moment.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think they should.
That's why I think
when
that's
it
where
comes
that
to-
power. That's
when
what I
talking
think.
about
That
Naruto,
power.
I think that synchronized thing should be way later.
I'm not taking away anything from
Way
Naruto
later.
when he does that, but like again, like, and don't get me wrong, I my beliefs are your beliefs, Rick, but I'm trying to play devil's advocate. Even though it technically shouldn't matter, he did have two prophecies for him, right? He did have two things going for him, and then in the beginning, before we knew that, don't worry, nothing's being mitigated, but it always felt like, he would eventually beat Madara and do what he had to do on his own accord, not because.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Did that take away anything from Aang's hard work?
No, it didn't. I'm just saying.
Why does that see? Now, granted, we knew that Aang from the beginning of the series was the reincarnation of the Avatar. And that's why I say it's not the prophecy itself or the reincarnation itself. It is the story's execution of those plot devices.
But here's the
We
thing.
found out about those too late.
Like, the thing for Naruto is, like, I don't get me wrong, I just feel like Kishi could have done it slightly better, so it didn't
That's
feel.
what I'm saying. It's not the concept itself or the plot device itself. It's the execution of the plot device.
That's where people have the problem, because, for example, I do agree with King of Lightning on this, that the true model, and don't get me wrong, Naruto also deserves it, but the person that should truly get them, like, the person who should truly be known for hard work was Guy, because on his own accord, don't get me wrong, Naruto did it too, but then again, he did have more help, which, again, isn't his fault. I'm not taking anything from him, but I'm saying, like, when it came to that aspect, like, I think Guy was the staple, the epitome of, like, hard work, because
Okay, yeah, no, I mean,
he went from nobody that couldn't even get to the academy, couldn't learn, like, Genjutsu, any kind of, like, major jutsu, to, in his final form, being able to take on, to a slight extent, Sage's six-path Madara through hard work. No prophecies, no extra chakra pools, no, like, anything, which, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Naruto for it whatsoever, but he did that on his own accord. He didn't do that, with, he's like, oh, I have this power, I'm not going to use it, I'm going to train so I don't need it. He's like, I don't have the power, I'm going to train because I need it. He was the exact opposite of what Naruto was in that regard, which, again, none of them is to blame for. I don't blame Naruto whatsoever. I don't, this prophecy didn't affect me whatsoever. But when you do think about it from somebody else's perspective, or from the outside looking in, you can see kind of why some people are upset because of the whole hard work model. Because he did work hard, but then again, when you think of things in a different light, it feels, it kind of diminishes. It shouldn't, but to some people, not everybody, not myself.
yeah. I mean, people can think with that. It's like I said, as long as you can back your statement up with reasonable opinion, you back your opinion up with reasonable statements or whatever, fine. I mean, no doubt. I will say this though, King Lightning goes by that now. 2 months ago, before this was revealed, what did he always call Guy and Rock Lee?
No, fodder.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
So when like people praise, when he praises, and I would tell him to his face, you're
Don't
just
do it, Rick.
as a scapegoat now because
Well,
you
here's
don't.
the thing, like, and again, like, I'm not on anybody's side when it comes to this topic because I personally don't know his true motives, but him saying that the people that like Naruto just because he's strong are in the wrong, even though he has, like, everything that happened to him prior is still relevant, but people are saying they only like him because he's strong. He's kind of going against what he's saying because, I mean, even though Madara had a lot to do with the story, King
Like, yeah,
Lightning...
Madara, I wouldn't even say is really that much of a complex villain.
No, he isn't, but the thing is, like, King of Lightning was doing kind of what he said he didn't like. And don't get me wrong, I don't know the guy. I'm not talking bad about Naruto, but...
yeah, he even compared Madara to Gaara.
The thing is, like, he's doing what he said he wasn't by liking a villain just because they're powerful and because they have a lot of influence. Like, I mean, Naruto's powerful.
I'll say this when it comes like this is what I'll call him out on. Naruto gets a random power and it's all right, he's dead to you now. Okay, fine, that's your personal preference. And you obviously back that up with reasonable statements. I'm not, that's your opinion. But Madara gets his ass beat for a month straight in the chapters, and he loses no grace.
Yeah.
I mean, bias anyone? I'm just saying.
No, I don't.
But see, all right, now here, as far as that whole thing about those who like Naruto, I think this whole thing is misconception on two parts. Because I honestly think that if you were to ask those two people why they like Naruto, they probably have their own personal reasons. Does that make them wrong? No.
No,
The
no
thing
one.
about it though is, as reviewers, is very important. You have to look at things of what you like and look at things critically. That's the most important thing as a reviewer you have to
The
do.
thing that people tend to.
My review of Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I really enjoyed that film, but critically, that film has a lot of problems.
Oh
As
yeah,
a film.
it's like it's an
So
enjoyable
I had to
film, but
look
it has
at it
problems.
critically. So
Rick, put it
therefore, I
this
had to suppress my fanboyism, and I had to give the movie its criticism, which I did.
The biggest misconception that people tend to have is that because you're analytical on a series, that means you don't enjoy it. And here's the thing: people mistake those two all the time. Like, don't get me wrong. If I'm always only thinking of the bad, I'm only going to see the bad. Therefore, I'm only going to get the bad. But the thing is, and I do this all the time with my favorite freaking characters, either in comics or manga. I'm like, they're my favorite. But when you think about it from a logical standpoint, this, and that, you need to be able to analyze your series and still understand it. And people tend to forget that you can be critical and still like something. And that's what
Like, yeah,
flies over people's heads.
It's like also, for example, people will bring up this argument: if you don't like the series, then don't read it. The problem is the fact that, for example, with Naruto, some people could like the series as a whole except this one arc.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything else in the series, but
That's
this
pretty
arc.
much a general consensus. Well, no,
Yeah,
the true general consensus is that Part 1 is a masterpiece. Part 2 sucks.
Yeah,
I totally disagree.
same here. It's like,
I think
after the
I
pain
think
arc,
Part 1 is damn good. I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I think it's damn good. I think Part 2 is good up until after the pain arc.
like I'll say this: I really enjoyed Part 1 of Naruto. Was one of the series that got me into anime. I would say this: I was actually enjoying Part 2 more until after the ending of the pain arc. That was when the series went downhill.
And we know Bankai hates Naruto, so.
No, well, actually, I got something to say about Naruto, this recent chapter. Prepare to be shocked.
Why'd you guys have to turn all this happy Harry Potter talk into this?
I went to take my dishes out, and when you guys were talking about Harry Potter,
though. Like, I mean, I think the prophecy concept in Harry Potter is far different than it is.
Yeah, it is.
Like hell,
different.
you can even argue you can even argue, like, even though this was established in the Star Wars prequels, it's far different than in that one than the entire Star Wars franchise is compared to Naruto.
Honestly, when I look back, I think that's maybe the biggest blunder. I don't think she should have even did the prophecy thing because, like I said, like Harry had no benefits from that prophecy. He didn't have extra powers or anything. The reason why he was a Horcrux himself was because of his mother's charm.
Yeah, it was a scar,
and that connected Baltimore with Harry. It was nothing to do with that prophecy.
Well, prophecy doesn't always have to do with this person specifically, but more of what they're going to do for the world.
Yeah, and he did. I mean, he beat Baltimore. He did.
I don't care much for prophecies either, but it was well enough. Far better than Naruto.
I don't think. At the end of the day, I don't think it was. It was the one thing that probably wasn't needed. That prophecy I would take out.
Yeah, probably true.
Like I said, you read this chapter, prepare to be shocked. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, on that note, I guess we'll end this. Thanks for everyone for joining this Godzilla restaurant meets Hunter x Hunter meets Harry Potter
meets Naruto meets Harry Potter
and everything in between. Thank you for joining. I might do another Godzilla kind of thing, probably next week. Kind of like a Skype call, maybe his podcast, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But we'll see for that. Yeah, that's pretty much the story. I'm probably not going to do Attack on Titan chapter review. I'll do it later today, along with the Bleach and the One Piece and everything. So, yeah, that's that story. I'm Bonkai922. Thanks for joining. See you guys later. And let everyone sign out. Starting with Rick. Rick.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Rick here. I'm probably gonna. I got work tomorrow, but then probably for the rest of the week, you're probably gonna see some videos on some different things for me. Probably gonna start up my All Parts Hunter and Berserk chapter reviews again.
Yo, this chapter.
And then I'm probably going to do some anime stuff this over the weekend. So just stay tuned, and we'll have some things coming.
AGN.
Yeah, it's me, HN. I'll probably be busy with school tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get a big free review out, but I'll try to get one of them. And later this week, I do want to get a review for The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because I have a lot to say about that film.
Okay. And I guess Nick's muted, so he can't talk, unfortunately. I guess that's the next wing.
Yeah, I'm just a commenter. I don't make videos. But Godzilla rocks, Harry Potter rocks, Breadsticks rock, and don't overtip.
Don't overtip.
Don't get
And
suckers.
I guess Ray, you want to sign out or say something like that? Ray, sign out, log out, say stuff. No? Yes? Looking at something?
Is he there?
He's probably looking at something. Nick, you want to sign out? If I get... Well, actually, it doesn't matter.
Who has that Godzilla music playing?
Godzilla music playing?
Well, peace out, everybody. Everybody have a good night.
Yeah. So, that's the story. I'm Bonkai Night 22. See you guys later. And if anyone asks me about the whole... I have no opinion. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Have a nice night. Peace.